Hi, I'm Any New Province, and this is Martyr Cash. We took this into a league on twitch.tv/Any New Province, and it was a buttload of fun. I'm just here to ask if you could please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's an awesome way to let me know that you're enjoying everything, and it also encourages me to keep going and making great Pauper content. The league was super fun this week. We did some insane things with the deck. Some insane things just outright happened. The deck's creator Links to the Past was there the whole time giving us play-by-play, and just, yeah, so you got to see it to believe it. So I hope you can stick around for as long as you can for this league. So thanks so much for listening, and enjoy the league. All right, this hand looks pretty keepable to me. I don't even mind bouncing a Kami with Skyfisher. So I could bounce Chimera Crossroads without any kind of real tempo loss, which I might do. Oh, the hype is real. The hype is real. The lockout hype exists. And we're playing Delver. That's okay. I think that's all right. There's no main deck graveyard. Well, I think we're playing Delver. Like, I think we're better against this deck than a lot of other decks. Should we start the beatdown? We start the beatdown. Maybe we play this out so that we can bounce it with Skyfisher. I think we're going to need all of our mana if we're going to be the control. Yeah, I think we'll need all of our mana if we're going to be the control deck playing the de facto best control deck in the format. That's, oh my god, I am gonna get harassed for that, and I don't know that for sure. You didn't hear it here, folks. Scred Delver, best control deck in the format. Is this Daze? Is this, no, it's not. This deck doesn't run Daze, main deck. I don't know that this deck runs Daze at all. You guys see that? I almost didn't attack with this Kami. Gotta play fast too. Gotta play so fast against this deck. With this deck. This deck wants you to play uber fast. Okay, so what are the chances this is Mountain Scred? What is this? What is? Oh, Survival Cache, we did it. Okay, let's serve, see if they want to use any removal on our core Skyfisher before we try to fire off a Survival Cache. They may want to tap some mana here. I might even play out... No, I don't think I can play out a couple Kamis. I think I'm going to go for it. Let's get some Survival Cache value, folks. Come on, don't have it. Don't counter the Survival Cache. Don't counter it. Just let it resolve. We're having a little read. The switch up. We're getting him on the survive. Yeah, this is the switch up. This is 100% the switch up, Joe. You're friggin' right. This is the Nintendo switch up. Oh my gosh, we drew into another Survival Cache. We're gonna combo off team. Opponent's gonna mill themselves out. We're doing it. We're going infinite. Infinite Survival Cache. Watch, they're gonna go like Depletion Land, friggin' Twiddle, Rolling Thunder for however many. I know, huh? I know. What were they thinking? What could they have in their hand? Oh, Augur Bolas. Speaking of cards we don't care about, one on tap Swamp. Oh, another Survival Cache to resolve. Oh man. Do you guys hear that? Can you hear that? Shh. Is that, you know what that sound is? That sound is us doing it. We're doing it. Okay, so I think we want to gain some life here and just, we're gonna cash. Yeah. Yep. Seems good. There's a Noble Templar. If we have to start discarding the hand size because of Survival Cache, I'm gonna lose it. I wonder what Snow Matters cards they're running. Aw, opponent. That is not how you have fun against the Survival Cache deck. Good problems to have. Certainly good problems to have. Oh, baby. So getting up to 6 mana and casting Noble Templar on time kind of seems really good here. What card do we want them to counter? If we get Martyr Sands down, yeah, let's just try this. They're gonna let it resolve. So maybe we even leave up Celestial Flare for this Augur, get it out of the way, and you know, like cycle on Ash Baron, sack a Martyr Sands if they point some removal at it. I think that's exactly what we want to be doing. So let's get a tap land in there so that we can try to resolve a Noble Templar next turn. We're playing the butt. Here it comes. Butt Boy 6000. Coming through in a pinch. Pinching those cheeks. Oh baby, the blowouts. I maybe wanted to save this for a Gurmag Angler, but we're gonna be feeling a lot better if we can resolve this Templar. Maybe they'll like do some tilt playing here. Making them sack their auger. That felt a little silly. Was that for the comedic value? Was it? Wasn't it? Who am I anyway? Opponent's tapping 0 mana here. I think we might just want to... Well, how bad is it to have this in the graveyard, though? Not super bad. We have a bunch of Grim Harvests in our deck. Let's see if they want to kill Martyr of Sands. They probably won't. They're not going to. But I kind of want to leave mana for this up. 30 life, Sierra Senate online. Let's go, team. I think we're just going to play 1/1s. But they might have Echoing Decay. I don't imagine you pay all this money for Snowlands and not have Echoing Decay in your deck. But that also means they're going to get our main threat. And that also means they'll probably let the commies resolve. So let's do the commies. Let's do commieing. We'll still get a little baby pinch of value off the Martyr. Although I don't really want to sacrifice it. Is this Echoing Decay? Don't say it's Echoing Decay. Opponent's on the self-mill plan. Good. Good self-milling opponent. I'm like giddy right now, guys. This is so sweet. I love this deck. I don't know what this deck's doing. They got a Chainer's Edict in the graveyard. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh, they're drifting. Straight drifting. Had auto yields on there. Maybe shouldn't have. They have no way to counter this Noble Templar, so that's sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Noble Templar. I'm gonna play Untapped Plains just in case we want to reveal this Prismatic Strands to Martyr of Sands to get a bit of value. But we got a 3/6 that's getting in today. They're not gonna know what hit them. Noble Templar beats. And why Evolving Wilds, I wonder? Delve? No, that doesn't make any sense. This isn't a 3-color deck. Why Evolving Wilds, opponent? Do you have Revolt? I know. Don't resist the tilt. Resist the tilt, Job. It's okay. Alright, man. I understand. I understand it. Those back-to-back survival caches were nuts, by the way. That felt super good. What's this? No auto yields on. 2 mana. Is this like accumulated knowledge or something? Gurm Angler. Okay, I don't really care about that. We got the plan. We got the plan for the Gurm Angler. I don't think we're going to play with this other Martyr. We're just going to start playing super fast. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to play the Scoured Barrens because we can't, like I've said before, we can't cast 2 Sens Enlistments in a single turn here, so there's no point in me running out the swamp. There could have been an argument for running out the second Martyr, but I don't really want to. Oh, so aggressive, man. They're afraid of those online survival caches, I'll tell you what. And I'm also severely underestimating their playability, too. Like, they can't be playing this deck for no reason. There must be, like, yeah, here's another Gurmag Angler. Should I have blocked with Noble Templar? I guess not. Alright, so we're gonna play Palace Sentinels, and... I haven't even seen a counterspell yet, right? I've seen a counterspell. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start having probes online, the main deck probe deck. Yeah. Yeah, huh? This is interesting. I wonder if we just run out Palace Sentinels anyway. They might let it go, but if they let it go and then they Echoing Decay these boys, then we're in pretty big trouble. But I gotta play fast, so gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. This deck does not lend itself very well to not fast going. They've done a fair amount. Yeah, we have Strands too, which is pretty sweet. So we can... Yeah, maybe that's the play. Maybe they like try to get cute here and try to get in next turn, but we can just Prismatic Strands to blow them out. We're not going to try to get cute here. We're going to draw some heckin' cards. Draw. Oh, baby. Did they see the deck tech? Did they see the deck tech? Echoing Decay. Yeah, nothing we want to do about that. I knew it was coming. I saw it. I premeditated it. This is a bit hairy, though, in terms of maintaining Palace Sentinels, but pretty soon it won't be Palace Sentinels, it'll be Howling Mine. I know. I'm basically Sonic. I'm going so fast. It's on my turn, though, right? Does it matter? Should I have? Serve him with one? No, they're going to serve with both. So I think we're going to block the Gurmangler with Noble Templar here and then Prismatic Strands on blue. I really want to keep this Palace Sentinels. Maybe there's even an argument for double blocking here. Just sacked, yeah, because you would. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. I would have fizzled the spell. Oh man, playing loose, drawing cards over here. I wonder if I double block. Do I double block and then I have Prismatic Strands in hand, so this might not be super bad. I think I'm gonna double block like this. See how they assign, and then we'll Prismatic Strands on blue. Because they might do some tapping mana here. Yeah, they're gonna cast some spells. Okay, so you have Disfigured Noble Templar. Okay, sure. Okay, let's try to Prismatic Strands on blue. Do you want a counter? Do they have 2 counters in hand? I mean, get rid of a couple counters here. That's not awful either. Yeah, you're absolutely right about the Kami. That was weak. That was totally weak. Playing super slow right now. This is gonna be like timeout. Gabby Sparks' timeout Tuesday. Okay, there's a counterspell. If we can get if we can try to flash this back and get the second counterspell out of their hand. You know what though? What's this? Prohibit kicked. Sure. Okay. So 1 card in hand, 1 blue mana up. We'll get Guardian down, and we'll have Howling Mine going. I really should have. You're totally right about the new Gem Palm event. That's kind of cool. Doesn't block Germ Daddy. Do we serve with both? No. We definitely don't serve with both. Get this back because we have no way to protect it. Well, I guess we can play 3 ball now, but Muldrifter gets in. Yeah, this is interesting. We're gonna have to let them draw some more cards, I guess. Okay, let's try. Well, we should try to resolve our other spells first, I think. No, let's just try to Guardian. We really need to get the Monarch back, and we gotta find some way to protect it as well. And maybe I'll hold these for the Martyr trigger. But I have to play faster. I have to play faster. After all the laughs, or all the fun we've had, it's time to just play faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Time to, yeah, just hold back. Absolutely. Absolutely holding back. We got 26 cards in library. Worst case Ontario, we deck them out. Gotta hold priority, for sure. Just getting in with Muldrifter. Okay, I can live with that. I think I cycle Gem Palm Avengers here. For like no value, I know, but we're not gonna blow them out with it. Yeah. I think I would have been into that too. I also would have been into that plan. I think they're gonna play another threat here. So let's do some cycling. And we'll see what happens there. Oh, we should have done that on their head step, I guess, but whatever. There's an Ash Barrens. So we will cycle away Ash Barrens as well. Do we have any basics left? I think we have like what? 3 more planes left, okay. Yeah, and they only attack with Muldrifter. There's Core Skyfisher. I wonder if they have a counter. Let's go ahead and get in with Guardian. Get back the Monarch. And then play out 2 blockers for their board. Hopefully keep the Monarch. I think is what we want to do here. We have 8 mana now, so I'm willing to keep the second. Ooh, we could bounce Guardian and replay Guardian. I kind of like that. I'll let it resolve. Oh, maybe we shouldn't bounce Guardian, though. Is bouncing Guardian too greedy? Bouncing Guardian is just way too greedy, right? I think it is. I think bounce Guardian, replay Guardian is far, 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 far too greedy. But I feel like they would have countered this. Yeah, it's too greedy. Totally. Considering all the slow playing I'm doing, it might not be too greedy, but okay. So we're gonna play a Martyr of Sands so that they can't attack through even with Chainer's Edict here. There's another Guardian. Win conditions online, team. Win conditions online. Yeah, no, it would be nuts. It would be very good. It'd be very good. Because I think we have to do some suboptimal blocking here. Just to keep the Monarch. And when I say suboptimal blocking, I mean super suboptimal blocking. Like blocking that doesn't do anything. Gain us 6 life, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna get in with everything. So we'll block all the stuff. Blocks like... What could they have? What could they have here that makes this like uber bad? 2, 3, 4, and we won't pass any priority. We're gonna sack our Martyrs. Nothing there. Okay, let's sack Martyr. Deal Guardian. Say done. Gain the life. Sack Martyr. Pay 1. Deal a Guardian. Gain some life. And I think we're just gonna have to continue along the play into their counterspells plan and hope we can just deck them. What is this? Hardcast Garamog Angler. Evankar's Justice, huh? Okay. Sure. There's a Dimir Aqueduct. Evankar's Justice is not like... Oh, baby. See if they'll let a survival cache through. It will. Thraben Inspector. What do you think about that, opponent? I'll let Thraben Inspector through. I wonder if they'll let this Guardian through, huh? It's pretty bad. Yeah, Thraben Inspector, right? Maybe we draw for a 1-drop? Because I don't think we play into a counter here. I think we have to, though. Because there's a lot of bad stuff we could draw here. Well, actually, I guess there isn't a ton of dead draws we have. I guess we have a lot of live draws here, honestly. We can always get back the Monarch with this. So let's have a draw. Have a draw here. Brim Harvest. Oh, man. Oh, it's time. Yeah, and I think we'll just pass here. So this is one of those... or do we have a Kami in here? Oh, man, come on. Come on, greedy plays. Do it. Do it, greedy plays. Do it. Because I think we're gonna... What if we... Yeah, if we use Kami, we'll probably just be chump blocking here. But, yeah, because if they kill it, or like when we're gonna exile our Grim Harvest, that might have been kind of not the best play. That might not have been the best play there. And I mean, I guess we could have put them on removal spell anyway. We might not want to snap off that Grim Harvest. Yeah, there goes the Echoing Decay. I'll sack it this time. We can't pay for that. I frigged up, guys. I frigged up. Hey, but at least we're gonna get a survival cache trigger, huh? Yeah. It's not, maybe it's not too bad. We can still take 10 here, oddly enough. We can still take 10 here and get our survival cache trigger. F6 through. Gotta save some time. They're gonna get the Monarch back. We're almost okay with them having the Monarch. Another Gurmag Angler. Chainer's Edict. Oh, baby. Okay, that was bad. Yep, bad things abound. Opponent draws another card. They're on 19 lands. We rebound, draw another card. Yeah, cast Survival Cache. Thank God it doesn't just let you click through that. There's a Grim Harvest. So let's try to get this Journey to Nowhere countered, shall we? See how they feel about doing that. There's Forbidden Alchemy, so I don't think they have a counterspell. That's good news. They know about this Guardian. Okay, so they're going to prohibit. That's fine. We will Guardian for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we want to Grim Harvest back. No, because then they'll deck themselves. Okay, let's Grim Harvest back the Kami. 1, 2. Get back Kami. Play out Kami. And now if it dies, then we're only going to keep one creature on board. Yeah, okay. We're only going to leave one creature on board here, too, so that they can't, like, kill it and then kill the next creature in response to the trigger or something and exile our Grim Harvest. So go to blocks. Block anyway, just in case. Okay, declare blockers have gone through. Sacrifice the Kami. Always yield. And we will pay to get Grim Harvest back. Yes, please. Preventing all combat damage that could be dealt. I can't imagine they don't just have a jillion counterspells here, but we have other cards we can run into counterspells in the meantime. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Is this more Forbidden Alchemies? Muldrifters. Okay. Probe, counterspell, prohibit, 2 counterspells. I've seen 3 prohibits and 2 counterspells. I've seen 2 prohibits, 2 counterspells. They have 10 cards in their library, and it looks like they're going to pass the turn and draw another card. Okay, there's another Journey to Nowhere. That might buy us some more time if the Kami plan doesn't go as planned. I don't know what I want them to counter here, though. Maybe, so if we run out Guardian, and then 1, 2, and 1. So we can try to run Guardian into a counter here to see if they have it. If they want to kick anything, yeah, okay. And then try to Grim Harvest back the Kami here. Yeah, try to Grim Harvest back Kami. Oh, I guess if it's in, now we have to, yeah. Okay, Grim Harvest back Kami, or make an attempt to do so. Play out Kami. They have the counter. They don't have the counter. That's sweet. Leave up 3 mana. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for it here. Looks like they have a Disfigure. Okay, that's okay. That's okay, because we take 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, please pay for that. Oh my god, there's so much going on in this game. Yes, pay that. Pay the cost. Cost that was paid. Yeah, I can't fog here, unfortunately. They have Probe, which means we have to discard a bunch of cards. But I mean, we don't really care about. Oh no! 15, 16, 17, 18. Uh-oh. We're going to 3. White card? Gain a bunch of life with Martyr? They're at 8 spells in hand. Or 8 spells, or 8 cards in library. There's a Muldrifter. They're going for it. They're just going for it. They're going to draw an extra card and pass. We draw a Kybera Crossroads, which is like, okay. I think we have to fire off Grim Harvest at Guardian here. We did. Okay, so Martyr of Sands. Play out Martyr of Sands. Will this find a counter? No. Okay, so maybe we sack Martyr here to get back. Sack Martyr, reveal 2 cards. Journey and Guardian. Done. Trigger on the stack. We will do so. Get back the Grim Harvest. Gain 6, which doesn't really do it. We can go up to 11, I guess. But we have to resolve a ton of spells here. So Grim Harvest back the Kami. 11 minutes on clock. Try to play out the Kami. Are they just gonna remove it into turn again? Ah, daggers. Okay. Alright, okay. That was super fun, though. So what do we already talked about this, right? We want Palace Sentinels. And we want Nihil Spell Bombs. We'll go down the Prismatic Strands because they're probably not super hot in this matchup. We might want a Celestial Flare or two against this deck. They have very few creatures. Like, we could just put them off creatures altogether. Noble Templar wasn't super hot there. I might go down like one Templar for a Celestial Flare. But they are threats too, like if we can curve into them. Which is like maybe a reason to have Core Sanctifiers as well. But maybe not. This will hit their Graveyard Hate. So maybe we'll do one main deck Core Sanctifiers, take out a Noble Templar. And are these soldiers? Where'd you go? Sanctifiers. They're clerics, so maybe we could take out Gem Bomb. But maybe not. Maybe not. I like my big beady Palace Sentinels a lot. Okay, no, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Let's submit and hope and pray. And cross our fingers, everyone. Dang, that coffee's good, team. I'm a coffee lover. I'm a coffee enthusiast. Wouldn't say I'm a coffee critic. There's a lot of stuff about coffee that I do really like. I mostly like things about coffee. The strange paranoia that I get from it, I could do without, but I mostly like coffee. Okay, we want to play first. Yes, absolutely. Against control, what do we think about this? I mean, we saw how good Survival Cache could be. I think we keep it because we can, like, Martyr Sands gain a ton of life. And then on the following turn, Survival Cache. That's what we're trying to do. we are trying to cash. We're trying to cash it in here. We'll also just put them super far behind. No, I think we're doing it. I think we'll play this. But if they point a removal spell at this, is that bad? Like, not really, right? I'll make this Survival Cache sweet. So, oh, this isn't Chimera Crossroads. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. But we should play that. Yeah, okay, so I think we are gonna play this tapped. So that we can Survival Cache on time next turn. Is it equal? Is it equal or more? Okay, we will have more after we gain the life. So long as they don't have, like... Yeah. Martyr. We'll play Martyr there. We won't Celestial Purge their Augur of Boluses. We have to play super fast. We have to play very, very fast. There's a Preordain for them. Thraben Inspector. I think we're just going to Survival Cache. Pretty much better Thraben Inspector here. We know what aces to hold here as well. Draw some cards. Pass a turn. Let them hit us with an Augur. I don't think they're running any pump spells, so not super worried about that. Yep. Go ahead. No big deal. No blocks. Unless they want to, like, Evankar's Justice there. Rebound. Let's do it. Yep, cast it. Draw a card. Gain some life. Palace Sentinels. Oh god, do they have the counterspell? This would be so good here. I think we have to try to do powerful things. So let's play powerful cards. Where is it? Show it to me. Show me those. What are those Snowlands doing? Yeah, here's the counterspell. Okay. That would have been nuts. That would have been nuts. We need draws like that. Where we just resolve Palace Sentinels. But if they're countering this, they're not going to counter all of our plays next turn. We got a lot of them to make, so... Little peckers. Oh, I said peckers. Demonetized! I'm not monetized anyway. Got him. Nobody report me for saying peckers, please. Alright, let's run some one-offs out first. So let's run out Thraben Inspector. See if they want to counter that. Doesn't seem like they want to. Let's try Kami. See if they want to counter that. They won't counter that. Let's play Skyfisher, because I don't feel like they have counterspells. So let's Skyfisher, and we'll try to bounce Thraben Inspector. They don't have counterspells, as far as I know. Yeah, so let's bounce Thraben Inspector. It's a good play next turn. And we'll pass. Oh no, we didn't play our land! And now we'll pass. Pretty sure yeah, I have sworn numerous times. They got the Doomblade, okay. We're not playing nearly fast enough. Oh my god, the timeouts! The timeouts are coming with the Martyr lock deck. Poppin' and lockin', being a pop locker. Oh, survival cache, do it. Yes. Show me where it is. Let's run in another Thraben Inspector, do a little bit of hedging for the against, you know, all that nonsense. And yeah, turn off auto yields because we probably want to sack Martyr at some point, depending on what they're going to play here. Forbidden Alchemy, sure. A couple of clues, like that was an okay couple of turns. If we can do, it is glorious. This deck is telling me, it's like, Jeff, play faster. Hey, you're not playing, enjoy this deck incredibly. Have a good time and everything and enjoy it, but play so much faster, man. You have to go fast. You gotta go fast. Snow Island deck. Got the Thraben Inspector Stonewall going on here. There's Gurm Angler. So this is weird, right? We either of these cards is fine. Hopefully this survival cache will draw us into an untapped land. It doesn't. But this Sanctifiers can blow up the spell bomb right now. Oh, I don't know. Like if we, I think we try to journey this Gurmag Angler. I think, or do we just want to Grim Harvest back our Palace Sentinels and then? Oh, this isn't easy. This is not easy. What do we want to do here? The non-trivialness. The non-trivialness is killing me. Yeah, we don't want to Grim Harvest with this kicking around, so I almost think we want to have this kicking, do a kick of this, and then see if they want to counter that. Do a kick of this, leave up Martyr of Sands, of course. No survival caches in exile, unfortunately, so Martyr of Sands isn't uber important. Yeah, this is step one. This is absolutely step one. They're gonna crack in response, probably draw a card. Oh, man. It really is too bad that I have to blow up one of my own clues. Oh, come on, man. That's a bummer. Okay, yeah, so we don't want, we had to do that anyway. We had to do that anyway. That was like the worst core Sanctifiers I've ever resolved. And it's the first. It's also the first, but the first and the worst. Kind of like, you know, that time I saw the live-action Dragon Ball Z movie. That was also the first and worst time I've seen that movie. First, worst, and only. But I probably, not first, worst, and only for these guys, though. There'll probably be more of these. I can see there being... Computer's having a hard time, guys. Far too much, far too much jibber-jabber about the core Sanctifiers, popping them in and out and stuff. Okay, so I think this will be the turn to try to resolve a Guardian. And then if they counter it, we will Journey to Nowhere the Grimog Angler. There's a counter spell. Let's play this and try to Journey the Grimog Angler. Hopefully this goes through. That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet, opponent. If you didn't have it, they had it. Okay. We're shields down. We're shields down in the shields deck, team. Shields down in the shields deck, timing out. Taken 5. Survival cache still online. The back end of survival cache. How many counterspells, opponent? How many counterspells could you have? Another Gurmag Angler. Gem Palm Avenger. That's interesting. And these soldier buddies are gonna get any advantage out of that. So I think we just try to run out the Grim Harvest here. Targeting this Guardian. That seems advantageous to our game plan. Get back the Guardian. Play it out. Do a bit of praying. Praying succeeds. Not a religious kind of person, but I'm cheers. What amount of blocking? None of the blocking. Fog our opponent until we time out. It'll give us priority on blocks anyway, so I'm just gonna F6. They're gonna do some attacking. We can't sack here. I think we just maybe we take 10. Let's block with a Guardian. And there's kind of an argument here, right? Kind of an argument here. No, we don't want stuff to die. We don't want stuff to die. So let's do that. Can't have the death. Can't have the blood on my hands this turn. Next turn, though, so much blood. So much blood. Dang it. What did I do? Did I click on that? No, I just figured it. Okay. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, guys. They disfigured it. Okay, here it is. Here's the disfigure. What if they would have delved it away in response to me justifying my poor play? There's a Kami. I don't think we're getting anywhere by just playing out an X5. It's not going to pump our dudes very much. Don't got anything to worry about there. Okay, let's cycle this. Do some cycling, just like we were cruising San Francisco. What a lovely cycle we're having. And then we'll try to Journey to Nowhere. Journey to Nowhere, Gurmag Angler. Play a Fog. And pass the turn. Get in with, whatever, get in with Guardian, sure. We're not winning any games here, guys. Got 2 Fogs. We're not winning this game today, I don't think. We might time out soon, so we'll see. If they get like super far ahead, I might just call it, but I'm gonna let them go for now. Still got some Martyr of Sands value left in us. This is kind of a tough matchup. Like, we're hoping to run into aggro. For sure. More Fogs. Okay. So let's sack our clue. Grim Harvest. Okay. Let's do the Fog Lock. This is certainly not an easy matchup for us. Like, yeah, there's not a ton of stuff for us to do. But we have our Fog Lock online. So I'm confident. I'm confident that we can time out with confidence. We can confidently time out. So let's try to do that. I'm just kidding. If they get super far ahead, like if this Grim Harvest and our Kami of False Hopes are just not long for this world, then we'll probably just let it go. F6 right on through. Go to attacks with the Gurm Daddy. I guess just chumping here is about as good as sacrificing it, so we'll do that. We'll do it that way. See what they've got. Are they going to tap out? Sweet. Gurmag Angler. Okay, so let's Grim Harvest a Gem Palm Avenger back. Just get to draw it. Whoa, sick graphics, huh? Should we sneak through this Palace Sentinels? We'll go to Grim Harvest. Countered. I don't think we want to do that. And we can't protect it anyway. We'll have to do a bunch of bad blocking. Like, sack the Kami, I guess. Yeah, let's... Like, we're trading a Grim Harvest for a Palace Sentinels. And I don't really like that. So let's just cycle this instead. And see what we draw. Give our soldiers some pumps. All the pumps. 4 minutes remain. If we could just deck them one time, you know? You know? How much do I have to ask? How many times do I have to pump this Thraben Inspector to win in one turn? How much mana is that? Somebody do the math. Did anybody do the math? I didn't, by the way. No calculators here. Okay, so they're not going to do anything about that. Survival Clash. Do it. Oh, wait. Okay. So we can resolve Palace Sentinels here if they want to let it resolve and still get back our Kami. Which is nice, which is the niceness. They're going to do a thing, Mystical Teachings, for Counterspell. I kind of want, you know what, maybe I should have given them the Monarch to see if we could actually squeak a game out here. We're pretty close to Scoop City here, though, folks. I think we are, I think Blue-Black Control is just what does it. I think Blue-Black Control is not super soft to the lock. They're going to prohibit, but they can't cast it. That's nice. They already cast this preordained. Okay. Yep. We're not going to attack. Pass the turn. Draw a card. Kabira Crossroads. We have almost all of our... Oh, boy. Okay, sag it. Yep. Put it back in our hand. Yes, pay. Let's call this practice, huh? Let's call this, like, super long timeout game practice. And Lynx, I know you're in there. You timed out yesterday against a couple of decks, right? What decks were those? Don't tell me I'm going to time out against, like, Burn or Stompy or something, because this is going to be a long night otherwise. Yep, just through the game, by the way, folks. Good night, blue-black control. We can just draw one land. This is a pretty good hand. Oh, that's risky, though. I guess we have 22... We have 20 lands left in our deck to draw into. I feel like it's kind of greedy to mulligan it away. 2 survival caches in our opener team. Like, we even have a Celestial Flare to slow them down if that's what we have to do. They're playing fast. Another fancy basic and another turn 1 preordained. Not what we want to see. Not what we're looking to see. Oh, we did it. Okay, we made it. We made it, everyone. We've arrived. We have arrived to Survival Cache City. Opponent gonna leave up a counterspell, apparently. Okay, so let's play out of planes and try to resolve the Survival Cache. You're not gonna counter a Survival Cache, are you, opponent? What kind of person would you be? What kind of person just counters a Survival Cache? Like, I'm suffocating in my own glee. That's a weird first turn for Burn. Brainstorms, Mono Blue Delver. It is, huh? I think it's Mono Blue Delver. It could be a lot of things. It could be like Freed from the Real, or who knows. There's a ton of stuff this could be, for sure. A ton of stuff. I don't know what it is, though. Sure don't know. Opponent's playing right slow, which is good for us, because we play pretty slow. And Fairy Miscreant, yeah, Mono Blue Delver, I'm assuming. Unless this is some kind of rebound. We're going to rebound the Survival Cache, gain some life, and then we will... Maybe we should try to resolve this Martyr of Sands? Maybe, yeah, because we're just going to have to start discarding a hand size. Let's see if they want to counter Martyr of Sands. And then we could even bounce, like, a land drop with Core Skyfisher here. Like, I don't mind that too much. There's Spell Stutter Sprite for the Martyr of Sands. Okay, so they weren't going to do much there, which that was probably a bit of a hard play. So I'm going to Core Skyfisher. It's good defense against this deck. Bring back our land drop, play a tap land, and pass. And then we're just gonna do survival caching. We're gonna cache the survivals. Can we have a no cash me outside memes night, by the way, guys? I'm just asking. Right now that we that we don't do any snow cash me outside memes, please. If you could do one thing for me. So in your wins, Links, how many of them were just straight up on the mill plan, like milling your opponent out? Because opponent's discarding a hand size here, so we're all 4 survival caches. Yeah, yeah. Look at them. Look at them. Okay. Maybe we want to get back. Maybe this is Celestial Flare. Get back. Martyr of Sands. Probably. I kind of want to cast a survival cache here, though. We are the survival cache deck, but I think we'll stand a better chance of waiting for them to flash in their ninja and getting them. Okay, let's not talk about how successful that was. There's a Ponder. Playing about as fast as we can. This Core Skyfisher is great against this deck. Holding back all the blockers. Prismatic Strands, also pretty great against this deck. Sure, we don't even care about a Delver. You're going to attack with that on its own. Vapor Snag. Okay, so maybe we should... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And are you going to get in? I believe it's still Celestial Flare, Grim Harvest here. Okay, so let's Celestial Flare our opponent as to keep Survival Cache at full value next turn. And then Grim Harvest back Martyr of Sands. Do you have a Daze, opponent? You don't have a Daze. Okay, no blocks, take 2. Passing the turn. There's a Scoured Barrens. That's going to help. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? We won a game. They scooped the. They scooped the match, guys. So this is going to be Thraben Inspector into second. And okay, so we're just going to leave up Celestial Flare next turn. We don't have any life gain besides Survival Cache. So, is this like Izzet Blitz? Because this is Izzet Blitz. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good against Izzet Blitz, I think. The mono fog deck, I like that. I like that. I like our chances there. I'm dying. It's over. It's all over, guys. More card selection from our opponent. I'm feeling like this might. Yeah, it's definitely Blitz. Okay. Check it out, opponent. Look who it's not. Our survival cache is no longer hidden. It's no longer a cache. It's just a survival shiny. It's just a shiny rock. I kind of like the Pulp Fiction thing about this art. How it's like there's something glowing in there, but we don't know what's glowing. I think I want to bruise a rib, guys. I want to bruise a rib there. I'm sort of in pain. I'm gonna Scoured Barrens here. They know about the Celestial Flare now, and they also know about the Survival Cache. So I think it's kind of tough, right? If they just play out a Fiend here, they're not going to. We shouldn't auto yield. I don't have auto yields on, do I? I don't now, because we're going to want to cycle one of these for probably a black source. Or maybe just another white source, because we have Celestial Flares in hand, so that's relevant. Did they see the Noble Templar, too? That's... That's spicy. Okay. Is turn coming back? Turn's coming back. Okay, cycle those Ash Barrens. Yeah, we're going to get the Swamp. We have lots of ways to get Plains in our hand. Get a Swamp. Turn comes back. Here it comes. They have one of the... Yeah, Dispel doesn't do anything here, so let's play out the Swamp. It's Survival Cache so that we can leave up Celestial Flare next turn. I'll take away this week for that. I'll quit right now for that quit. They're gonna bolt our face. Oh no, no full value Survival Cache. Oh, that was the worst. That was the worst, you guys. I'm okay. If they're like on a burn type of plan, like I think I'm still okay with it. I don't think they are on a burn type of plan. I think they're on... Yeah, I think either or. Well, it's definitely Blitz, because there's the Apostle's Blessing. Rebound. We're going to draw another card. Yep. Cast that. And I get a few more cards. I like blockers here. I like blockers with butts, especially. We're not Noble Templaring this turn, so I think I'm going to tap land into Thraben Inspector. I mean, unless they can kill us with an Augur of Bolas next turn, I think we're in pretty, like, not the worst shape ever. Notably not leaving up double white. We're gonna cycle these away if we can. I know that we can't do anything here, so I don't know if they're gonna get ballsy. Maybe they'll get a little frisky with this Augur. What's this? Kiln Fiend. Okay. Come on, draw into Journey to Nowhere. Journey. Oh, baby. Got him. I didn't cycle my Ash Barrens, but I wasn't punished for it, so whatever. Alright, so attack with our Thraben Inspectors. We'll play out of Plains. They're gonna take it. We didn't draw a card. Oh my god, you're right. That was a lot more loose than I thought it was. Okay, I thought that was forgivably loose, but it wasn't loose. It was for the fast. It was to play faster. That's one. See, it's all. Okay, so we'll cycle 1 Ash Barrens, get a Plains, and we will draw a card off of a clue, like we didn't do before. There's a Martyr of Sands. That's pretty good. There's another Martyr of Sands. That's really good. Still not on tons of mana, so let's try to sneak through this Martyr of Sands here. See how they feel about that. I don't know if they just play straight up counter. I think they only play counter spells for non-creatures. So here I'm leaving up Martyr plus cycle Ash Barrens plus draw a card. And I don't want to play with this other Martyr. I kind of like having the redundant Martyrs. What are they going to do here? They try to bolt the Martyr, so let's go ahead and sack that black mana first. Review all of this stuff. Look how many Martyrs we have, opponent. Yep. And we're going to get the turn. They're going to get the turn. 32 life. Feeling pretty. See, I'm calling it, man. I'm a slow player. I'm playing to my outs here. Opponent goes and casts a Gataxian Probe. You know what it is. You know what it is, opponent. You know what we got. You know what we got and you ain't got. Getting ballsy versus the Blitz opponent. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle this away. Find a Plains. I'm still on the wait for 8 mana idea to hold lands or to hold 2 lands, I guess, at a time for Sen's Enlistment. Is our opponent going to scoop the match? Come on, opponent. Do it. I need this. I need this more than you do. Prismatic Strands. I love me a Prismatic Strands, and there's Sen's Enlistment. I think we might as well just pack it in, folks, because we did it. There we go. Sen's Enlistment. Make some boys. Get in with our 3Bs. Get in with old 3Bs. I might even play out a Martyr of Sands here. I'm not worried about holding out 2 mana for Celestial Flare next turn. Oh my god! That was important. That was important, and I messed it up. I'm sorry. At least I know. It resolves. See if they're going to try to remove the Martyr of Sands again. Oh, they really aren't going to like this. Okay, go ahead and do some Revelations. How do you like that Prismatic Strands, opponent? What you know about Strands? 41 life. Fizzle your bolt. Opponent has 40. We're outdrawing our opponent here. That probably isn't the best. Let's see what they want to do. Man, and they haven't even seen the fogs yet. They haven't even seen... Well, I guess they see Prismatic Strands here, which is sweet. Oh, man, did they scoop too? Scoop the match? Oh, they didn't scoop the match. Okay, alright. Let's get another win up there. Lynx, we're doing it! Okay, what do we want here? Is this instant speed? It isn't. Standard Bearers. Yep. We want Standard Bearers and Celestial Flares. We can probably... Our deck is very good against this deck. We could just lock them out. What do you think, Lynx? What do you think? What's coming out? So, Standard Bearers and Celestial Flares are definitely coming in. That is a for sure. We want Prismatic Strands. We have to take 5 cards out. We could probably shave a Palace Sentinels. Like, yeah, okay. Alright, sweet. Jinx, Lynx. That was the Lynx Jinx right there. I'm good with going down a couple of Sentinels. Yeah, I don't think that's super important in this game either. Can we go down survival caches? Logically, it's the survival cache deck. We all saw how busted it was last game. All these cards are great against this deck. Maybe all of them, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of a liability. I think... Let's go down one survival cache. I know we're playing the survival cache deck, but I'm going to go down one survival cache, and I might go down, like... What else do we go down? What do they bring in? Stuff to deal with our Martyr Sands, probably? They can kill our core Skyfishers. Maybe, like, the Gem Palm Avenger? I don't think the Gem Palm Avenger is doing a whole lot. Let's take out the Gem Palm Avenger. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Don't talk about survival cache that way. It's your deck, man. Alright, turn 1 Martyr Sands. Couple of white cards to reveal to it. I'm sold. Let's see if they kill us on turn 4. Let's see if they kill us on turn 4. I am in awe that we have a positive record right now. I am so excited about it. So it might just be untap land. We don't want to play this out without being able to protect it. But I think, so I'm going to go untap land, cycle an Ash Barrens to do some thinning, just like minimal thinning. And then we'll have an untapped land, a colored untapped land, to play our Martyr Sands next turn. Yeah, this is, and man, telling you, this is the life. The Martyr Sands lockout deck with the positive record. This ain't tournament practice, team. This is the real deal. Okay, cycle this away. Go get an untapped black source if that matters, I guess. No, let's get untapped white source. Because we might not have another opportunity to keep Celestial Flare up anytime soon. Opponent leading on the tap land. They know that we got survival cache coming down the pipe. Thanks for dropping in, Kirk. Thank you so much. I'm super pumped about it too. And I will definitely be talking to you soon. Have an awesome night, man. Take it easy, my buddy. There's a ponder. Ponder, ponder, ponder away. Ponder your life away, OPP. You will. Alright, there it goes. There goes the ponder. And we'll play out untap land. Drawing a lot of lands here. Martyr Sands. And pass the turn. And if they don't want to remove, at least we can use our mana to cycle an Ash Barrens, but we're not going to sack our Martyr Sands into open mana. Or we're not going to tap out into open mana with Martyr Sands on board. Like, I might even play this Ash Barrens next turn so that we can get down core Skyfisher without tapping out. But do we even core Skyfisher, right? Like, that's the thing. We should have to buy enough time. They're tapped out now. But I still don't think... yeah, so we can cycle Ash Barrens. Okay, let's cycle Ash Barrens. Get our black source now. And then we'll pass. Pass it back to them. Thraben Inspector is an awesome draw. Okay, so... untap land Thraben Inspector. That way, if they do tap out again next turn, we can draw a card off of our Thraben Inspector while still leaving up our Martyr Sands for these two cards. I guess we could have cycled. We can cycle away Step as well. If we do have to sack Martyr Sands, we can cycle away our Step to try to find another white card, which could be nice. Could be nice in a little pinch. Opponent playing very slow. I guess they know that we're on game 2 here, so they may be taking their time with their uber fast deck. Because when they're gonna win, they're gonna win, and they're gonna do it real good. I'm surprised how few fogs we've drawn. Honestly, like there's 7 minimum fogs in our deck. There's the relic. Seems good. I don't know how good it is though. Like, I don't know how much you want a relic in this deck. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. I'm still gonna cycle this Step end of turn. But they haven't tapped out, so they're thinking about removing our Martyr, I'm sure. Maybe they'll bolt in response to the cycling trigger. They don't. We find another core Skyfisher. All right, so it's time to start Skyfishing up Thraben Inspectors. So let's start doing that. I think we're going to play our tap land. We're at 4 mana now. We got to be wary of that. It's interesting, too. Like, this is another really sweet thing that you've done, Lynx, is that Skyfisher's picking up Thraben Inspectors, like that little kind of, you know, organism that exists in this deck. It maintains the number of white spells that are in your hand to reveal to Martyr. So it's like, it's very, very interesting. I like that a lot. There goes Relic. We will sack a Martyr, or a Secluded Step. We don't really care. One ends up getting eaten by the Relic. We didn't show him Grim Harvest last game. We're on... Yes, we are. Come in, we are closed. Come in, we are not closed. We just started playing leagues. We're on match 3. I kind of don't want to spoil it. Maybe I'll make you go back and watch the YouTube replay. But we had what looked like mono blue Delver just straight scoop the match to us on like turn 4, like in game 1 on turn 4. It was pretty swell. It was pretty swell. Opponent's gonna Relic with Thraben Inspector on the stack. You may. There goes Thraby. Thraby Daddy. We get another clue, and let's try to resolve another core Skyfisher, picking up our Thraben Inspector. We're not gonna play it back out. And they'll let it resolve. We pick up Thraben Inspector. This feels teched. This feels teched out against the field. If our next match, excuse me for the burp, team, if the next few matches aren't just a bunch of like Control and Tron, the next 2 matches, if it isn't Control or Tron, we might do it, team. We might get a positive record. We might get a positive record. Obligatory, how's everything sounding, by the way. I want to make sure that we're not getting a bunch of those spiky clip sounds. I feel like I may have fixed it, but I don't know for sure. I'm not monitoring as much as I intended to. I suppose we will find out. You will Augur. Sounds good? That's awesome, Lynx. And you've been here the whole time. I appreciate that, by the way. Thanks so much for hanging out the whole time. And thanks so much for this deck. Thank you so much, Come In, We Are Closed. Thank you for letting me know about the audio. It is definitely my gripe right now. They know about the Celestial Flares. This could get interesting here, team. So do we sack Martyr now, gain a bunch of life, and hope we draw a... No. And hope we draw another one or something? Because our mana's quite tied up, right? That might be the play. But maybe we'll draw a white card. I guess there isn't a ton of reason to do that right now, so we won't. We do draw a white card. We'll play out our Scoured Barrens. And then we will go to attacks with our core Skyfishers. I think they're going to try to win next turn. So how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to gain 15 here. Yeah, so we can still Thraben Inspector to at least block, just in case they do have the trample. And we can... It's tempting to just sack a clue here to see if we can find a Kami instead of playing out the core Skyfisher. I honestly think that might be the correct play. Or just play another Thraben Inspector to, like, get the butt in the way? That seems kind of loose. I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to sack a clue here. Because we might just find an outright Fog. We find Prismatic Strands, which unfortunately we can't cast. And we'll pass. So now they can attack with just Nivix Cyclops, which kind of sucks. But at least we're going to gain a ton of life. Hopefully that'll let us survive a turn, and then it looks like we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So let's see what our opponent wants to do. I don't know if they're attacking this turn. They're going to pump up their Cyclops. They're going for a big one. It's going to be a big one. They're just going to try to storm off, I guess? Because we're going to gain 15. There's no skull cracks in this, right? So we're a virtual 37. So what do they have to get that up to? They have to get it up to at least a 17. It has to be at least 17, and then we block 2 of 34, so it's 32. They gotta cast a lot of spells. It's gonna be they gotta be a pretty high storm count here this turn for our opponent. And then next turn we're gonna have 2 Celestial Flares up if they want to do any ballsy attacking. We have a Fog. Feeling pretty good about that. A Fog that is pretty dang good against counters. I'm gonna go ahead and block here. Because, you know, things. Because Fiend. Let's see if they want to do any trample shenanigans. This flare... Oh, right, yeah, good point. Good point. Good point about the Flaring Pain. I wonder if they do. No, I shouldn't, right? They let it go. Down goes a 3B Daddy. I shouldn't have said daddy like that. That was really weird. Sorry. So we want to preserve our white mana here. I don't... Like, they can just attack with the Augurs if they know we have Celestial Flare up. They might just attack with 2 creatures. So we want to leave 3 mana. Huh. But if we play Skyfisher, are they dead next turn? No. No, because we only get in for 4 here, and then we can attack for 6 on the Crackback. And we don't have an untapped land, so I think we just play Chimera Crossroads and pass. Leave back blockers? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Leave back blockers and creatures to tap to Prismatic Strands. I think is what we want to do. Did I do some next level searching for untapped white mana early in the game or something? Let me check. I think we did at one point. I maybe shouldn't have cycled that Secluded Step, but what can you do, right? Alright, opponent. They're just gonna pass. Okay. Let's draw a card. Just one. And will you bolt? No, you're not gonna bolt. Another Celestial Flare? I can dig that, man. I can definitely dig that. Draw another card. And it's a Plains. Okay. Pass it over. Okay, play the Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play 3 Celestial Flares during their combat if we want to. I don't know if 3 Celestial Flares is going to do it, though. Like, I feel like we just have to... I feel like we should be trying to Fog? Like, we should advance our board and still be able to Fog? Like, does this do as much as... Whoa. Don't get too antsy there. Does like playing out Thraben Inspectors and like getting another core Skyfisher down and attacking. Yeah, 21 life seems good, yeah. I think that's just what we want to do. Let's just leave spells up. I feel a little bit more comfortable about leaving spells up. We'll try the Prismatic Strands first. And yeah, we'll try the Prismatic Strands first. We can go on the mill out plan. I'm okay with being on the mill out plan. How many threats can they have, right? There goes Relic. Bye-bye, Thraben Inspector. We're going to mill them. We're going to do it. We're going to mill them out. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Is Brainstorm on their main phase. Interesting. Pumping Dorks. And I wonder what their attacks look like here. Oh, the blowouts are insane. If we can just get them to only attack with so many creatures. There goes some blue mana. Little bit of blue mana. Gush, okay. Making the dorks real big. Big guys. So do we block with the core Skyfishers here? Would we block? You gotta hurry too. I don't know how long the stream delay is. As soon as you hear this, somebody tell me if we're blocking with core Skyfishers here. Because that's important. Is this Flaring Pain? Tamer Battle Rage? Sure. I'm okay with that. Leaving up 2 removal spells for the Martyr of Sands, I'm thinking? Here comes the everything. So I'm assuming there's some Flaring Pains here. This is complicated. I think we strands and block. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so let's go to blocks like this. See if they have any responses. If you have any responses, opponent. They might not, right? Like, this still does a fair little chunk of damage. But, like, what was that? Where'd that red mana go? There's Flaring Pain. Okay, so what do I do? What do I do now? They played the Flaring Pain. Damage can't be prevented this turn is what Flaring Pain says. So even if I strands here, does Flaring Pain prevent it from working? It does, right? Does Flaring Pain go on first? How does Flaring Pain work? I've never played against Flaring Pain. Like, do we just fire off 3 Celestial Flares here? Flaring Pain will still work, so we shouldn't fire off Prismatic Strands then, right? Don't strands. Okay. So should we cast 3 Celestial Flares? Pass priority back, and then cast 3 Celestial Flares. How does that sound? Because 3 is quite good, right? That'll get him down to 1 threat. Or are we really going to waste all of our stuff like that? Flaring Pain is a layer, so it will be active even if you beat it on the stack. Okay. Gain life first. Okay, so let's gain some life. Show our whole hand to our opponent. Done. Gain 21 life. That's a pretty big Martyr stance, team. Opponent on 35 cards in library. Kind of what we're counting on. Oh, God. Okay. And so let's start Celestial Flaring and see what they think about that. Because I think that's what we want to do. And then just, like, play out blockers and pray next turn. I'm gonna sack an Augur. Oh, you would have kept the last Flare secret? Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. They won't expect... You never expect a 3rd Celestial Flare. And we will Celestial Flare once more. And if they have it, they have it. Like, I just don't... How can this possibly do it? Hey, Joe! How you doing tonight? Am I inspiring you to stay up too late in the evenings? Is there something about that? We're at 35, team. Okay, we're at 22. Never mind. I got it wrong. There goes Relic. We will get rid of a Celestial Flare. Leave that Martyr in there. I guess they can... Oh, yes. Yes! Okay, play out Standard Bearer. Play out Thraben Inspector. Excuse me, guys. There's kind of a fire truck driving by the house right now. Play out Thraben Inspector. I think we leave up Prismatic Strands again. Play out Thraben Inspector. Barely a flesh wound. Yeah, we're okay. We're alright, team. Oh, okay. Yeah, me neither. I don't like falling asleep. I usually have to. There are commitments that I have that would dictate I fall asleep, but it's it's not exactly mandatory. So I'm assuming they have a removal spell for Standard Bearer here. There isn't a likely chance that they don't, but all Prismatic Strands in response. There's a Cyclops. And we won't be strandsing until they have lethal. Alright, cool. I'm good with oh baby. I'm good with you passing the turn there. Let's just serve with Skyfisher. There's no reason to serve with anything else. Serve with the Skyfisher. Maybe I'll draw a card before I do anything else. Before I Skyfisher back a Thraben Inspector. I should just straight draw a card. We got a clock on now, though. Maybe I will. Okay, so let's core Skyfisher. Bounce back the Thraben Inspector, replay Thraben Inspector. I wonder if they have this. Do they have counters? Okay. Bounce back Thraben Inspector. Play Thraben Inspector. Pass the turn, and then we can draw a couple more cards on their turn against them. You can never fall asleep. That seems like a pretty horrible and cruel punishment to be living through. I'm just kidding. I totally understand. Maybe I don't totally understand. Maybe you have some pretty severe problems with that. Actually, would you like Thraben Inspector here, Inspector Thraben, to investigate it? Dun, 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 dun. I assume this is a standard bearer getting effed up here. Gush, hard cast Gush. Pumping the dorks. The Dorkshire puddings. We will be blocking, unfortunately. They can't get them trample because of standard bearer. So we're gonna block. I don't want to strands because of relic. But I guess we have the second prismatic strands. Or like, do we even just take 8 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? We can do 7 damage on the backswing? Like, that's pretty good, and we have a second prismatic strands. Like, maybe it'll just be like they think they got us with the Relic of Progenitus, but they didn't, because we have 2 prismatic strands. No, that's too risky. That's too risky. Okay, let's block like this. Block some blocks. Same Facebook videos are very good after this 10th time. They do it, yeah, they have pain in the yard. So it doesn't matter. I don't, you know, yeah, that might have been loose. That might have been loose there. I forgot about Flaring Pain. What does Flaring Pain do? We'll sack another clue, draw another card, do some more Core Skyfisher shenanigansing next turn. Alright, turn comes Kami. Chameleon. Alright, so we can just start forcing their Flaring Pains every turn now. And I think we will straight up draw a card off of this clue. Oh, I guess we're playing a Core Skyfisher, actually. Leaving up 3 mana for a Prismatic Strands, regardless. See what we draw into here. They do have the Flaring Pain flashback, yeah. Draw into a Plains. Okay, so let's attack for 4, and then we have lethal next turn. We can make our blocks. Like, they can't get the trample spell because of standard bearer. Unless they have, like, removal spell, trample spell. Like, they have to have a whole bunch of stuff, right? But we're lining ourselves up as well as we can to win next turn. I don't really know what else we could do. Skyfisher, that was probably pretty loose, too. Because we have Grim Harvest in our deck. There goes Relic. You come and go. Guys, why did I sing that song? Does anybody remember why I sing that song? This deck is driving me crazy. Lynx, you have the deck. Have you guys ever read oh, they know about the strands, guys. They know. But they just got rid of their Flaring Pain. What if they have another Flaring Pain, though, team? Team, what about the other Flaring Pain? You know? You know? What about the other Flaring Pain? They probably have at least 2, right? Standard Bearer is what we're hoping. They're hoping for a removal spell. But if they're going to cast a removal spell, we can try to use Prismatic Strands, and then at least we know the Flaring Pain's coming. At least we know it's there then. More card selectioning. Sure. I wish I could F6 here because we're at 12 minutes. Oh no, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe, for putting the tune in your head. I am the bearer of tunes. So if this is going to be Bolt and then Flaring Pain, is that what this looks like? Kind of feel like it. We did it! We got another match. Lynx, you're a genius. You're an evil, evil scientist genius. Oh man, Kamiya Falso. Removal spell. Can't lose. Bunch of tap lands, though. Bunch of tap lands and no life gain. No, this might not actually be as keepable as I think it is. How many tap lands do we have in our deck? Like, 6? 6 tap lands in this deck? 7 tap lands. This was the guy on burn! Oh, what? Oh my god, they're gonna tilt so hard. Okay, alright, let's keep. Oh, that's an awesome story, Lynx. Oh, man. What's the period all about? What's the period all about, man? Is that supposed to be like good sportsmanship? And I found it easier to go back, so this is as far as I've gone before. Well, man, I sincerely wish you luck. I really, really do. It's hard, and it really is. I know. I feel like I know just as well as anybody. It's very, very hard to do, but here it comes. Get ready. Lynx, here it comes, man. Oh, no! Oh, no! I played it without tap mana. Or without untapped mana. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. I was getting so hyped. I was getting so hyped about the matchup. Okay. That isn't red mana. That isn't red mana. That is a Carapace Forger, though. Oh. Okay, so do we Journey the Carapace Forger? No, there's no reason to Journey Carapace Forger here. Let's leave mana up in case they use a removal spell. And then we will Celestial Flare the Carapace Forger. Kind of like how that feels. There's Springleaf Drum. They even attack with it here. There's Frogmite. Sure. All of that is sures. Rest assured. They might tilt out, but they also might know better as to how to play against this deck as well. Like, they might know to tap the Frogmite and remove Martyr here. They don't know to do that. Extra. Okay, so let's start getting some threats down. Let's play out a Skyfisher. I'm gonna pick up a land here, because we haven't made our land drop this turn. Play a land. Play out Kami of False Hope. And pass the turn. I'm not super afraid of the removal now. We're at 26. We have another interactive spell in our hand. We got a good blocker for this Frogmite. We have a Prismatic Strands. Like, we're feeling pretty good. This will catch the first ATOG or Gearseeker Serpent. I wonder if they're in the chat right now. If we get another like game 1 scoop, it's gonna be sweet. I feel like this is red mana to remove Martyr here, though. I hope they remove Core Skyfisher. That would be really funny. Blue, yeah. This feels like Gearseeker Serpent. Okay. Well, I will see your Gearseeker Serpent. You think a burn has a better matchup here? With one of these, and go to attacks. Attacks like this. And I'm going to start leaving up. No, I think we're going to play the Skyfisher here. Let's play the Skyfisher, bounce a land. We're really only ever worried about having 4 mana. So let's bounce an untapped land and pass. I'm not worried about it now. Like, we've got a little clock on. We have a couple fogs. I think we're in pretty good shape. I think this is another Gearseeker Serpent. Kind of tough not to be worried about one of those. They don't have the mana to make it unblockable. Oh man, and our clock just got bananas. Okay, let's attack with Core Skyfisher. The Skyfishers. Meet the Skyfishers, the new ladies on the block. I'm gonna bounce a life gain land here again. Leave up our fog, leave up our Martyr of Sands to just gain a little bit of life. And we will pass. We have a 2-turn clock on now. And 2 fogs. Probably take 5 here. Save those fogs for, or save at least Prismatic Strands, save it for ATOG. Come on in, Gearseeker Serpent. Take 5. Survival cash. That's really funny. They hit us down to 5. If they hit us for 5 down to 18, Survival Cash still draws cards. Kind of ballsy. How much does ATOG Fling deal here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. ATOG Fling only deals 9? They're gonna Galvanic Blast. I think... Is that okay? Do I let that go? Is that okay? I feel like if they don't have another removal spell, we just win. So, no. Okay, let it go. That was a lot of telegraphing. If you're one of those spiky MTG players out there, you might know full well how loose that could have been. Yeah. Do you think I should have? I just tapped all those dual lands too. You think I should have? Yeah, I know, but if they have another removal spell, it feels like such a waste, you know? Feels like such a waste. They still can't make your Seeker Serpent unblockable, and we still have a million fogs for when it comes down to that. And I feel like, you know, like, Atog Fling is fully one of the things that could lose us this game. Yeah, you know what? That I could absolutely believe that. There's Atog. Okay, so I'm glad I have this. They're gonna pass. Here comes gain some more life. Draw a card. It's a Martyr. It's a survival cache. Oh baby. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, there's like no I don't know if we can lose. Like, I almost feel like we should just survival cache. And then no, if we survival cache, we don't have mana for Prismatic Strand. Huh. Because we might want a Prismatic Strands or removal spell. Like, there's a chance we want a Prismatic Strands on red next turn anyway, just for whatever reason. So I think we're just going to pass here. I don't want to play with this other Martyr, just because this Martyr gets as much value out of it. Well, I guess it's 2 times 6, but we have to sack both bodies. Guys! Am I going to get a better record with this deck than I got with Elves? Is that how this is going to go? Okay, so we don't want that. We want the Dust to Dusts. We want the Core Sanctifiers. We probably... Do we want Celestial Flares? Do we want Standard Bearers? Do we want Angelic Purge? We probably don't want as many Palace Sentinels, because they go pretty wide. We definitely want Prismatic Strands. Yeah, Celestial Flare might not be that good in this matchup. Celestial Flares definitely might not be as good here. Noble Templar probably is. Noble Templar is just like another fog to their deck. Oh, Guardian's probably not great. Flares are decent? Yeah, Guardian doesn't do anything. It's just a, what do you call it, a Hill Giant? Is that a Hill Giant? So I think we go down Guardians for sure. Journeys, we probably want to leave in. Journeys are pretty good against this deck. How good are Core Sanctifiers even? Like, do we just want another Sentinels and take out the Sanctifiers? There's some consideration for sideboard. For what? For SB? Standard Bearer because of Fling. Yeah, right. Right. So do we just want... No, wait. Oh, yeah, no. That does. That blanks Fling. That blanks Fling. I've won games with bad decks by having Celestial... Yeah, you're right. Sanctifiers are good with our bounce. We'll just eventually walk them out of the game. Maybe we take the... I'm going to take an Avenger. That takes us down to 60. Well, let's talk about... Take out the Sentinels. Yeah, agree. Agree. And put in the Standard Bearers. We're a little lower to the ground now, too. And I can definitely feel that. I can definitely work with that team. Let's go. Look at that record! Look at that! Where is it? Can't lose. We only have one land. This like borders on loose, right? This borders on mulligan. Okay. All right. You are the expert. I will certainly mulligan. I like this a lot better. Sneap. Do we want another land? Should we keep another land on top? We can always cycle it away. I think we want like one more plains, right? Do we want one more plains here? Or do we just want action now? Like, we have 2 lands and some keep... Oh, opponents in the chat. I don't know what they're gonna wanna... What do they say? Just another period. Yeah, keep it so you can get your inspectors going. I agree. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Opponent's on 7. There's an indestructible land. We draw our plains as expected. Let's play some Thurbin Inspectors. These are pretty okay in the early game. Double block a Frogmite? That's not entirely irrelevant. Just as many artifacts on the field as our Affinity opponent there for a moment. That's just them being... That's what you get. So I almost think we want to thin here. I don't think we want a Standard Bearer yet. So I think I'm going to call this Thraben Inspector Cycle Ash Barrens, because next turn we're going to swamp Kami of False Hope, draw a card off a clue, I think. Unless we see an ATOG. If we see an ATOG, then that's Standard Bearer. Oh, that's them being standard passive-aggressive and waiting for me. Why don't they just use Post-it notes like everybody else? Just like tag a low one on the Frogmite over there. Just like, here you go, buddy. Pop a little Post-it note on there. I'm waiting for you, opponent. Could you please fill up the coffee machine next time you empty it, opponent? Do you know what's pretty okay against Mirror Enforcers? On-board Fogs. Journey to Nowheres are also pretty good against them. Alright, so let's play Plains. Journey to Nowhere, the 4/4. Play a Kami of False Hope. Like, I want to say that, like, we've been running into some good matchups, but, like, these draws have been buck wild, too. Like, we have been getting some great, great draws. And I am pretty happy about opponent being on 4 lanes in hand here. Or 4 cards in hand here. There's another Mirror Enforcer. That's not great. We really want to find that Grim Harvest. Upcast. Okay, I feel a little less good about our opponent being on 4 lanes in hand, given how late in their turn. They started the turn with 4 cards. They ended the turn with 3, and they have a lot more on the board. I still don't think we Standard Bearer here. I think we're going to have to try to do some tricks. Gonna have to do a few tricks. So let's draw a card. Celestial Flare. Sweet. I found out what I'm doing. Yeah. I hope they attack with both. I really hope they attack with both. That would make my friggin' night. I guess, wait, no, I don't want them to attack with both. I specifically don't want them to attack with both. Shouts out to Joe, man. Joe, I'm stoked I think you're still there. I don't know. But thanks for showing up. Like, I know this isn't your favorite game or even a game you play or understand by any means. But, like, thanks for coming out, man. Like, seriously. It's awesome. That feels good. Be aware of one of the Metallic Rebuke. Metallic Rebuke! What else do they run? They run any other counterspells? No. Okay, good. I just answered that question myself. Of course they don't run any more counterspells. Alright, and they're gonna pass. What do we draw? What do we find? Survival Cache. Okay, so let's cache. That way we'll draw a card. Draw our land drop, which is good. Gain some life. I think we play out this Kami here. I don't think we have anything to lose by playing it. Like, will they bring in Electrickery? Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we shouldn't have. That was probably a little loose. That could have been quite loose. I will take 5 here. Certainly. Yeah. Maybe I won't, though. Maybe I won't. Because ATOG then gets... Oh, no, we have Standard Bearer. Okay, let's take 5 here. I don't play a ton of Fog, but I have to believe that you're not supposed to start using your Fogs until you absolutely have to. So, excuse me, we won't do any of that. I'd like to see a lot less cards in their hand before we commit this Standard Bearer. Oh, there's another Gearseeker Serpent. Okay, so we're going to be up against it here in just a second. Carapace Forger, ATOG. Okay, so it's time for the Standard Bearer to hit the battlefield. Here comes a Survival Cache. We will cast it, gain a couple life, draw a couple... Oh, no! Oh, there's Martyr of Sands. It's not great here. Let's draw a card before we play it, just to see what our turn's going to look like. It's a Prismatic Strands. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, let's pass. Leave up Prismatic Strands, let them sack their whole board to the ATOG, and then Prismatic Strands. How about that? You guys like that? You guys like that idea? Going to attacks. Sure. Yep. We're gonna go through blocks, let them pass priority. We'll sack a Kami here. Do some fogging. All the damage is gonna go through, or none of the damage is gonna go through. We draw some more life gain. What do you mean? Opponents only got 44 cards left in their library. We're closing out the game just fine. Nothing to worry about. Come in, we are closed. They're gonna try to Galvanic Blast the Colony. Okay, so should we let that go? Yeah, let's let that go. And then we'll do some blocking next turn. Yeah, we will. We will do that. It's certainly its weakness. Absolutely. Links... Oh, I'm picking up my feet. Sorry, guys. Why win when we can put ourselves in the threat of timing out? Alright, let's make a couple blocks here. See if they want to go sacking their board. Or they're just going to do 3. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with taking 3 damage here. And let's see if they want to fling. I think they're thinking about flinging. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. They have fling in hand. They have fling in hand. There's another ATOG, sure. 1 card in hand. We don't have any fogs that work very well here. Noble Templar, he's so huge! Huh. We need blockers super bad. But I think we're gonna block, and this makes it tough. I think we have to play out Standard Bearer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just play Noble Templar, but that doesn't do a whole lot here. This is hard. This is really hard. Because Prismatic Strands only blocks these 2, but I guess we can take all this. Take all this, and we can still fog red at least once. So that's what we're gonna do. Take 10, take 12. Block an ATOG with Martyr or Sands next turn. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to try to get him. Let's try to get him. Trying to get him. Is that a winning strategy with 16 minutes left on the clock and less cards in our opponent than in our library? Less cards than are in our opponent? Let's pass it right on over. See how they want to navigate this. I think they understand that they have enough pressure on, and we don't have any kind of like lock. So I think they're just going to keep doing that. Okay, let's. If we want to block and sack here, yes, we do need a Johnny's Pride mate. Okay, let's block like this. See if they're going to do any sacrificing. Guys. Yep. Yep. It's a 3/4. 3, 13, 15 damage. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 13, 15 damage. That still doesn't kill us. So I don't think we fog red here. I think we just gotta let Martyr go. Yeah, let Martyr go and show them the prismatics. Or let's sack Martyr and not show them 1 card. Yeah. Let's show them Standard Bearer in our hand. Gain 6 life. And see if they would like to respond to the life gain trigger with a fling. Oh, I hope they do. They don't have to, but I hope they do. They have these 2 Gearseeker Serpents on board, which doesn't make this like an insane blowout or anything, but like we're gonna have to do more than that. I think we're gonna have to find a Grim Harvest. We're at 10. There's ATOG. There are reasons to scoop this game. There are absolutely reasons to scoop this game. Okay, let's see what we draw. Grim Harvest! Oh my. Oh my team. Okay, let's get back the Kami. And we have to be cognizant to leave up 3 mana here. And things should go fine. Like, they have 0 cards in hand, so we just should be able to fog lock here. Okay, let's play super fast. Let's play super fast. They'll go to attacks. Swing with the whole crew. Okay, so if Fling is their 1 card, this is super bad. If Fling is our 1 card, we die. But if we don't flashback, we've got nothing. If we don't flashback our Grim Harvest here, we've got nothing. So let's go ahead and sack Kami. And next turn we can play out Standard Bearer to protect from Fling. Yes. Opponent with 1 card in hand. Okay, so how does this go? So Grim Harvest 1, 2, play Kami 1, and then we need 1, 2, 3 to get back. So we have to fade Fling. Essentially. We gotta fade Fling. Okay, so let's Grim Harvest back the Kami of False Hope. 14 minutes on clock, people. Come on. Faster. Play out the Kami. At the end of their turn, do we Plane Cycle? I don't know. Do we? Do we? Do you have an answer? Do you have a way? Fling kills us though, right? Like this is bad. This is bad any way you cut it. There goes an artifact to Atog. Are they gonna let us do both? Something tells me they were thinking about it there. I almost think we don't get back Grim Harvest here. But if we don't get back Grim Harvest, we're dead. Like, there are so few draws that get us there. So let's get back Grim Harvest, and if they have Fling, we're dead. But that's just all we can do. That's all we can do. And that's how we will do it. Trying to lock our opponent out. Do you have the Fling? OP, you don't. I don't have the Fling. Okay. Okay, money. Come on. Win condition. But that we shouldn't do that anymore. We just have to run it back, I guess. We have to run Kami out. Try to do this whole dance until we draw another land to play out our Standard Bearer and be able to flashback Grim Harvest. Because otherwise, it's just, we're dead. This is all we have left to do in our lives, and this is what we will do. We can't tap out at the end of their turn either, because they will Fling. Alright, let it go. Let it go! I think we're dead. I think we're dead, team. Team, we're dead. Team. I think I'm just done. I think I'm just done. Because we're dead on a bunch of levels here. Are we getting another dot? These periods are killing me. Our opponent is in their passive aggressive period. They're probably making works such as the Concede the Links plan. So Standard Bearer, pretty good here, right? Even Standard Bearer eating a Galvanic Blast would have been pretty good on a lot of those board states in a lot of those situations. Of course, Sanctifier probably would have been a lot worse. So we're on the play here, which means we'll find more mana for the Sanctifiers. Celestial Flares feel better than I thought they were. If I played Prismatic Strands there, I would have Prismatic Strands, save my Fog, pass the turn, they would have got in, and then I wouldn't have had Galvanic Blast or Grim Harvest flashback mana. I guess we would have got one more turn, but I don't think. Yeah, we would have gotten one more draw. You're right. You're absolutely right. I kind of want to find room for these Standard Bearers. Yeah, we would have. Yeah, absolutely. You're totally right. This Templar was doing stone nothing there last game. So I'm taking out the Templar. It's Core Skyfisher beats to win. Core Skyfishers or Sens Enlistments. Hopefully we get off the ground quick here, team. And, oh, God! I love this hand. I love it. Friggin' love it. We only have one land. We have 3 1-drops. Galvanic Blast is their out. So I think we go turn 1 Martyr of Sands and then just leave up Martyr of Sands for like 100 years. Hope we draw a land. That's what I'm going to do. This is possibly Pauper Playable, not play ultra optimally games. Opponent is waiting for us to respond. So let's play out a Martyr of Sands and leave it up forever. And that's what we're going to do about it, okay? Maybe we want to commit some threats to the board, but I feel like our opponent is a better threatener than we are, so maybe that isn't a good idea. There's a Journey to Nowhere. We're going to play Thraben Inspector. That way we have a better chance at drawing into more lands if we do hit another land. And we should be doing stuff against this deck. I don't, like, doing nothing against this deck is not something you want to be doing, and for that reason, maybe keeping 1 land hand wasn't optimal. They're probably over there just gleefully typing periods into a notepad. Land, come on! Untap land. Untap planes. Galvanic Blast, Martyr of Sands? You know, use it like that? I guess they're not super far. They're not too far behind anyway. What is this? Like a Flare Husk? I guess it could be a lot of things. Frogmite now costs 1. They let us untap with Martyr of Sands. Yeah, okay. Okay. Is gaining all this life. Is gaining 15 life worth not journeying this Carapace Forger? Yeah, it is. Because we can hold up Sack Cluing. Alright, so let's leave. Let's dig for some lands. Let's dig for some lands. Let's wait until our opponent does stuff. Let's wait until their end of their turn at least. They might tap out. I know that they want to tap out a lot of the time. We're okay taking 4 here. We might even chump, right? We're not worried about having like a density. Excuse me. We're not worried about having like a critical density of creatures or anything like that. So the chump block might not be the worst thing here. They can only cast 1 Carapace Forger and 1 colored spell a turn, so not in a ton of trouble, I don't feel like. I hope not, anyway. Prophetic Prism, okay. Not super fast. They're not just rolling 4/4s into other 4/4s, but they're fixing their... Don't chump? Okay. That's my don't chump seal of approval. Signed in wax. What round is this? How long have we been playing this deck? I am super bad at updating the win losses. Let's get another loss up there. We did take 1 last game. Opponent just having a little think. We're on 10 minutes. Oh, we're on 11 minutes. There you go, exaggerating how much time I don't have left. So yeah, so they have lots of time to think if they want to. I will allow it. I will allow the thinking. Maybe opponent's typing a novel in the chat. Just 100 periods. 100 consecutive periods. Yeah. They need to make a period work. When I say that, I mean like the 1800s, by the way. Get all your minds out of the gutter. Okay, let's see what this Carapace Forger has to say to us. Do you have opinions, Carapace Forger, and would you like to share them with me? Do you have words? You have words, Carapace Forger. Come on, where are your words? I think they're trying to go on the tilt plan. Okay, this is probably going to get cut from the footage anyway, so I'm going to go ahead. One of these. I'm getting paid by the hour here, opponent. I got time. I got time. Yeah, in 24 hours. Absolutely. I wonder if they want to, like, maybe they know they have the win, and that's why they're doing so much slow rolling. All right, looks like they want to keep playing. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Go ahead for us. And looks like they're going to pass. I almost want to just sack the Martyr and gain the life here, so I'm at liberty to do whatever I want with my mana. I still have 1 mana for a Galvanic Blast on our Martyr of Sands, so I don't know about drawing a card here. Oh, okay, good. Let's draw a card. We find another land and a little bit more life gain. And there's a Dust to Dust. That's going to be pretty good. Exile your 2... Exile these 2 puppies right here. Play our tap land. Play out a Thraben Inspector. Leave out Martyr of Sands. Pass the turn. See how they feel about all that. We're going to Dust to Dust their colored sources next turn, and hopefully that does some good work for us. They're going to go to attacks a little bit quicker next time, a little bit quicker this time. I don't think we want, so we don't want to be chumping here. Let's not chump here. This might be pressure after we... Oh, you're right, yeah. Oh, leaving damage on the board is not something I want to be doing either. Ooh, there's another colored source. There's another Carapace Forger. Atog. Okay. Okay, that makes the game look a little shorter. So maybe next turn we're just leaving up Prismatic Strands? Prismatic Stars. Yeah, their colored mana is fine now. So is Dust to Dust even worth using? It's Fog. There's a Fog, and we can gain a bunch of life and Fog. So maybe that's better than Dust to Dust. Let's Journey to Nowhere Atog. First of all. First things first. Journey to Nowhere Atog. Play out our Fog creature. And pass the turn. I guess we're not leaving up Martyr here. That might be a bit loose. Yeah, and leaving that 2 damage on the board was absolutely loose play. Can't be forgiving myself for that. I think I might do some chumping here. I kind of feel like it's time. I feel like they have enough of an advantage over us that putting ourselves within 2 Galvanic Blasts worth of damage probably isn't advisable. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Still have our Fog. And we could get lucky draw into some more stuff. There's the Relic. Not super worried about a Relic. Get us to get rid of a Thraben Inspector. Reasonably so. There's a Frogmite. Probably just exile this now. Exile this in a Prophetic Prism. Yep. What do we draw? What do we draw? Prismatic Strands number 2. That could be okay. I think we're going to Dust to Dust here. We're going to go for Prophetic Prism Frogmite. And then we'll Fog next turn, I think. I think we want to Fog next turn. They let it go. I don't know if they're going to be Gal Blasting here or not. See, I kind of went along the same line last night. I stopped taking people's advice. I probably should just... And I have to play sort of fast here, too. Podcast? Gearseeker Serpent? What's this? Gearseeker Serpent, I'm assuming. Gearseeker Serpent. Here it comes. We could have taken them off double blue there. That could have been a mistake, too. But, I don't know. Getting threats off the board is probably ideal. Because life gain might be our only way of getting ahead soon. Okay, so let's go to blocks. Sack our Kami. We're not going to block. We're just going to sack it. Sack Kami. Fog the board. See what we draw. You can Fog green next turn. Draw land. Not the worst thing. So we'll probably sack Martyr, gain all this life, and Prismatic Strands. I guess Prismatic Strands is a lot worse without Martyr on the battlefield, though. Like, we almost want to... We almost want to double Prismatic Strands next turn, considering the Relic, too. So, like, maybe we'll block Earseeker Serpent, Prismatic Strands on blue, Prismatic Strands on green. Leave up Martyr Sands. Yep. There's some more colored mana for our opponent. We don't have any kind of locking mechanism online here. So this is a little bit risky. We're definitely taking one here. Let's go to blocks. Block Earseeker Serpent. Like this. And then we'll Prismatic Strands on green. 1, 2, 3. Leave up a white mana. Prismatic Strands on green. Maybe we even should have traded with the Germ. Green. And then flashback Prismatic Strands on blue. Save our Martyr. I know, yeah, I know. I'm just thinking about that now. That was totally it totally should have been a consideration. Like, the trade was almost worth it. Rather than gain this life. Right? Because we could have gotten them down to one body. And they have one card in hand. And that probably was a good way for us to do that. We can remove a creature somehow. We find one kind of removal spell, we're probably feeling pretty okay. Maybe we're feeling okay, maybe we're not. I don't know. Alright, we'll pass. Take one. Down to 13. 2 Prismatic Strands in hand, or 2 activations of Prismatic Strands in hand again. So maybe that's what we're going to do. Maybe we'll trade for the Germ next turn. And then double Celestial Flare. I feel like that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have a little wait. I certainly shouldn't be a representative of what you're feeling. I'm kind of going crazy over here. The intricate plays. I was never built to play on 8 minutes with intricate plays like this. It's tough, man. It's tough. It really is. Oh. Oh. That's interesting. So, like, well, like, so when do you do that? I thought I understood. I'm saying, well, because I thought I understood, but I guess I don't. Like, what are you thinking? Like, a little period here? A little period? Yeah, another little period from our opponent. I think there's a space in front of this one. Yep. Sure. Oh, a damage step. Yeah, because they're still attacking. Let's go ahead and top of my opponent's turn. I don't really understand the periods. Do they think we haven't passed priority? I guess they have. Yep. Sure. White mana, come on. White mana, let's do this. Come on. What's out in the gutter? What do you mean my mind's in the gutter? My mind isn't in the gutter. You're crazy. You're crazy, Lynx. Crazy boy. I don't understand the periods. Like, I don't know if they want to chat or something. That isn't how you initiate a conversation. Certainly not a way to initiate a conversation. There's Core Sanctifiers. That's kind of interesting. Can't screw them out of 2 blue mana again. I think you're kind of right. I think we want to... We could kill the Germ token here. But then we can't Prismatic Strands then? Very high totem cost. Yeah, we can't, like, kick. I guess we could, like, kick, block. This is tough. So maybe we reveal... No, you can't. You can't gain the life if the, yeah, right? Get that other white mana on the go. No point in... Let's attack. Let's attack. Do some thinking and attack. And take 6 here, because I'm a dummy! I think they deserve this, guys. That was so brutal. That was so brutal. Oh, everything. Yep. Goodbye, Thraben Inspector. That's what you guys come in here for every Tuesday night, right? Just flagrant loose play. Yeah, you're right. Remember the good times. Remember all the good times we had? Passing the turn. We're not sacking here. Okay, is it... What do we journey? So we journey the Gear Seeker? Or no, do we journey the Germ? Maybe we journey the Gear Seeker, we still have a Fog. Yeah, so if we journey the Gear Seeker and leave up Fog, we're not dead. So let's try that. Let's try to journey this Gear Seeker. Trade with the Germ, leave up Green Fog, so long as they're not going to so long as they're not going to Relic end of turn, I guess. But that's... No, they're not going to. Okay, sweet. Another chat message? Where? Where? Okay, so now they're going to try to exile a card from a graveyard. We're going to cast this with Flashback. Tapping Martyr. Call it green. Get the Fog. Play it a Sanctifier next turn, killing off this Flare Husk. We're hanging in there, team. We're hanging in there. Opponent's got 39 cards in their library. Let's sack a clue, draw a card. It's a Thraben Inspector. Another blocker is something I can handle. Standard Bearer. That's kind of interesting. So we're only... Let's kick Core Sanctifiers. Do some blocking next turn. Kick Core Sanctifiers on the Flare Husk. We really have to get these Celestial Flares to kill these Carapace Forgers. Kill this Flare Husk. Pretty obvious what we're up to, but that's what we want to do. We're so close to dead. We are so close to dead. It's insane. In a lot of ways. If they have 2 Galvanic Blasts, that's game. So that's... Yeah, it's about how close to dead we are. Prophetic Prism will draw them another card. Mostly Dead is partially alive. You're right. How many, they haven't played any Galvanic Blast this game. We're gonna block with both because we... Do we go to 2? Do we leave ourselves dead to 1 Galvanic Blast? I don't think we do. I think we block one. Much as I hate to say it, I think we block. Because next turn, we can, on their attack step, we can Celestial Flare and then block the other... Even if we don't draw a land, we can Celestial Flare and then block the other creature with Thraben Inspector. Let's get rid of the Sanctifiers. Get back out of the red for time for a sec. There goes another Relic trigger. Get rid of the Martyr Sands. Turn comes back. Journey. Guys. We only have 5 minutes left. Okay, we have to F6. We have to F6. What's this? Fling at our face. Sure. We're at 2. We're dead to 1 Galvanic Blast. Carapace Forger. Ah, dang. Okay, let's see. Here comes the attack. Celestial Flare? Kill your Carapace Forger? I don't know if getting there is what this would be called. Opponent passes. What do we draw? Core Skyfisher. Okay, let's play out Standard Bearer. And pass. That way the Galvanic Blast or a Fling has to hit this. We have 4 minutes left on clock! This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Always yes, always yield, always yes, always yield. I wonder if they even attack here. Like, knowing that Celestial Flare is a card in our deck. Yeah. Thanks for giving me that ahead of time, because I might have missed that. Here comes the Carapace Forger. So let's Celestial Flare. See if they have any responses to that. Oh my gosh. If they don't, they don't. Oh, come on! I bet that's a period in the chat. There's a Frogmite. We're dead to Frogmite too. Okay, so... Okay. Journey back the... Skyfisher back the Journey. Opponent's gonna do some digging. I guess we're dead to 2 Galvanic Blasts, so... It's not great news. Alright, come on. Come on, deck. There's some life gain. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so get some life gain. Get Journey to Nowhere back with 4 Skyfisher. Journey the Atog. We need them to do nothing! There you go. You're not going to get back your stuff. Journey the Atog. And pass the turn. Unless this is like Galvanic. I don't. They can't. There isn't any one card in their deck that kills us here. Journey the Atog and F6. So much F6ing! This is so close! I don't know. I think we scoop to them anyway. Like, if they're all the way down on time, like, we're so close, and, like, obviously, given enough time, I think the opponent would have won this. Like, I don't know if we will even come close to winning on time. But if we do, I'm gonna give it to them. They've had it hard enough against this deck. Coming We Are Closed gave us some great luck last night, and we got a free league out of a treasure chest anyway. Lynx, you're a ruthless individual. They're just letting the clock run down. Is this another period? Another period. Well, they said insane luck at one point. Well, anyway. Good for them. Good for them. We'll see what they're gonna do. Sacking Relic to draw a card. There's a Mirror Enforcer. Mirror Enforcer still doesn't just straight kill us. Some live draws here. We'll play Thraben Inspector. We got no plays here. Sack a clue and draw a card. Draw another land. That's not good. I'm not gonna get in with Core Skyfisher here because that would leave us dead to like... Oh, we're dead to 2 Galv Blast anyway. But we want to have blockers here. There's another creature for them. We'll chump the Mirror Enforcer with Thraben Inspector and just hope we can get another turn out of this. Doing everything we can. They're gonna equip up the Frogmite. Go to attacks. I like that. I guess that doesn't change anything. I guess we're gonna have to get lucky again. More luck, please. Come on, deck. Where is that Exile 2 Artifacts card? Oh my god, if we draw the next one of those, wouldn't that be insane? I'm dying, man. I'm dying. Oh no. This is insane. This is abso-friggin-lutely insane. Okay, Skyfisher will give back a life gain land, play a life gain land, attack with standard bearer. Let's try to win this game fair and squaresies. Oh my god. I'm losing control. Okay, play smart. Play smart. Go to combat. Attack. Hold lands. Hold lands, yeah, hold lands. And pass the turn. I'll cycle 1 Ash Barrens here. Cycle Ash Barrens. Get a land. F6. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. The 2/2. There's a Scoured Barrens. Okay, I think we still leave back Skyfisher to block here. Our clock isn't as good as theirs, so we've got to block with Skyfisher. I just played that one. Like, we have to have 8 mana to use these 2 lands as Sen's Enlistments anyway. Sen's Enlistment would be insane here, by the way. Okay, what do we draw? Thraben Inspector. That's a redraw. Play Thraben Inspector. Get a redraw. Like this. Find another land. Okay, so now we're up to 8 mana. We can use both of those lands for Sen's Enlistments. I think I'm going to just pass here. I think there's enough blowout potential in that. F6. F6 through. Opponent violently digging through their deck. A Galvanic Blast the Standard Bearer, and is this Galvanic Blast for our face? Galvanic Blast for our face? It isn't. Hold. Getting in is the way we're gonna do it, you're right. Oh my god, we keep drawing lands. Come on. Yeah, okay. And we'll chump. Gotcha. I guess, I don't know. I guess Removal Spell on Thraben Inspector is super bad. But anyway, nothing we can do about that. This was just insane. I'm happy to take this. I'm happy to take this as far as I can. Block with old Thraby, baby. I just have a feeling we're going to lose to another Galvanic Blast. Like, I just have the feeling... Oh, baby. Okay. Flashback Sen's Enlistment. Pitch of Plains. Get in with our core Skyfisher. Oh, man. Oh, they have so many cards in their deck that kill us, though. There's Atog. That's one of them. How many flings could they have, though? There's a Kami. Play out Kami. Flashback Sen's Enlistment. Pitch a land. Go to attacks. Attack with everything. Ooh. They're gonna block. Take 4. Down to 5. Heart is racing right now. Alright, so we will block. Just chumps. Just chumps, I think. I gotta play fast. They're on 23 seconds here. They have a lot of spells that kill us. Okay, they're gonna pass. We have 4 damage on board. Oh, come on. They have 15 seconds. I think we were gonna win. I would scoop if I didn't think we were gonna win. I think if we had a minute, we would have won. Oh man. Ugh. This doesn't look great. I don't think we're going to get as lucky as we got last game. For anybody watching at home on YouTube after this, so the record was incorrect before this game. If you were watching before this, if you jumped right in, then you're fine. We're currently 6-3, 3-1. But if you weren't, I had an extra loss on there for some reason before that last one, so that's why we're 6-3. I'm not cheating, I promise. You might get some clips of the league standings in the middle, and that'll show you that I actually have the right record. But for now, I think we got to ship this. We got to throw this away. Oh, I think I can keep this. I have 2 1-drops. I'm gonna look for a land here. No land. Celestial Flare to the bottom. And we'll go ahead and play a Plains into Thraben Inspector. Get some artifacts online. Man, this has been a blast, seriously. This deck is super fun. Super duper fun. I couldn't be doing it without you, Lynx. Obviously you're oh no, mono black control? Is this mono black control? That's definitely not the card we wanted to draw right now. We definitely need to find a land. I wonder what this could be. If it's another control deck, then we might not be ending on as happy a note as I would like to, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how it goes and where it goes. I don't know. So one of the only practice matches I played was against mono black control. And it was just, oh. Okay, well, I don't know about a ton of tiered, okay, there's another land. A bunch of tiered black-green decks. Like, what is this? I've seen lists, like I've seen Aristocrats lists. I've seen Aristocrats list pop up. Oh my god, is it Tortex? This is gonna be super fun. These games are gonna be long. Let's find out what this is. We're just drawing cards next turn. Mesmeric Fiend. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is Tortex. Want to take our survival cash? Yeah, it's alright if you take survival cash. I think you're right. I think this is either Tortex or some kind of sack deck. Yeah, Tortex. Okay. Cool. I've honestly never played against... I played against Tortured Existence. I played against a couple varieties. But I haven't played against this variety before, so... I guess we shall see what happens. There's a Grim Harvest that we can't cast. I'm going to crack this main phase, see if we can find a land. There's a Guardian. That is not what we wanted to find. A little greedy keeping how we did. I'm not starting a Thraben Inspector here because they can just block with... Well, yeah, they can block with Mesmeric Fiend, put a -1/-1 counter on it, and then just eat it. But I guess that kills a creature one way or the other. Trades a creature for a Thraben Inspector. Maybe I should have blocked there. There's definitely... Oh, is it ever Tortured Existence? It can't be the happiest Tortex player over there. Milling 2 of them? What does our nonsense do against Tortex? Just, like, deck them? They have to have that, the, like, deck protection card. Where are we sending this journey? Oh, we don't... This isn't the hand with the journey. Okay. They obviously kept the Plains there. The rest of these cards are in their graveyard. Okay, so we will Skyfisher back. I don't know. I don't know what we Skyfisher back here. If we Skyfisher anything back. Maybe Skyfisher back our life gain land? Or Thraben Inspector so we can try to draw more lands through clues? That's like ultra slow. I think the little bit of life gain might just be... Well, I don't know though. I really don't know. Yeah, let's pick up the Kabira Crossroad because our life gain, just a land. Yeah, I think our we want to have our survival cash on next turn, so let's do it like that. Let's do it that way. There's Golgari Brownscale. Opponent's on the Tortex Beatdown plan. This is a good journey target if we find a journey. There's Noble Templar, so let's just Plane Cycle this. Throw it away for a Plains. Play the Plains and pass the turn. We've got survival cash online for next turn. I don't know how we feel about blocking poor Skyfishers yet. Because I could just sack this Fume Spitter. How badly do we want them to sack this Fume Spitter? Pretty badly? Let's just take it. Oh, but then Survival Cache won't be turned on? No, we don't trade Core Skyfisher for a Fume Spitter. Absolutely not. No, okay. Let's let it go. Let it go through. Take 4. As somebody who hasn't cast Divination in one of the sets it was officially released in, even in Limited, I am pretty happy about casting a Divination. And this forest has come down by now. So there goes everything but Scoured Barrens. Here comes the Fog Frog. Well, Froggo. Little do you know, opponent, we fully plan on fogging. As a matter of fact, we might even just do so next turn. There's a chance there's a lot of chances that was going to be Core Skyfisher, pick up Thraben Inspector, replay Thraben Inspector. I think that was probably correct, but whatever. Survival Cache, YOLO. Opponent going to do their darndest to turn off Survival Cache. If we take 4 here, we go down to 18. I don't think we care about that. We'll let that go. Sure, take 4. We're the life gain Fog deck, opponent. Oh no! Okay, we gain 2 life first. We gain 2 life first, so it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We're playing this little game now where we're gonna see who can gain more life, who can dirtle harder. All right, rebound. Let's draw a card. Yep, cast it. Gain 2 life, draw a card. There's a Kami, a Celestial Flare. I think we Skyfisher here because that'll let us double block a Skyfisher and kill it. And they don't have Tortex online, so Skyfisher back a Thraben Inspector, replay Thraben Inspector. Seems like what I want to be doing. Let's do that. So let's play Skyfisher. See if they have any responses to that. Pick up Thraben Inspector, replay Thraben Inspector. Oh yeah, Cascade is a sweet card. We don't have a lot of ways to deal. We have Angelic Purge, I guess? Angelic Purge and the we have Angelic Purge and the other one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Angelic Purge and the other one. The guys, or I guess there's a guy and a girl. The allies. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get the infinite blocks here soon. No, the allies. Journeys are good in this matchup, for sure. They're gonna gain a life off a Jungle Hollow. And it looks like they're gonna pass. But we're gonna play Guardian. Start getting our Turbo Fog on. Well, not Turbo Fog, but we can block this Golgari Brownscale and get in with these Skyfishers every turn. It's pretty good, and they still don't have Tortex, so our clock is now faster than theirs. And we can eventually just Sen's Enlistment. I don't feel like double blocking the Skyfisher yet. I just don't think that's correct. They have 2 Tortexes in their graveyard. I think we just got to turn it on. We can do 6 next turn and fog their attack if we have to, if it comes down to that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with fogging a turn if we have to. That's totally fine, because then they're on a 2-turn clock. We play out the other Guardian. Yeah, so I think we're going to attack with all 3. Play the other Guardian. I guess they have 1 Spore Frog. Maybe that's not the play next turn then? I mean, yeah, I think it is. We got to turn it on. Okay, sure. Not even going to attack with the Brownscale. And they're going to pass, I assume. Is this Tortex? What is this? Another Skyfisher. Going to pick up Skyfisher, replay Skyfisher? Can you do that? Going to pick up a land. Going to replay the land, gain a life. They have the same amount of life now. Maybe draw for a black source. Yeah. Ooh, draw for a black source, you say? I got just the thing. So I think part of their plan here is going to be to block one of these guys. But I think we're just going to get in with Guardian and save our fogs for after we resolve Palace Sentinels. I don't know if they fog the 2 damage here. Probably not. We sure will. Yeah, it would have been nice to draw land there. It would have been very, very nice to draw land there. We're probably going to fog just to get the draw. I mean, Survival Cache is pretty much the Monarch ability, but it's, you know. Can we just block with this? Take 4. Do we just chump? I don't think we're chumping, are we? Actually, I think I do. I think I chump with Raven Inspector here. Then we take 4. We still draw off Survival Cache. So that'll give us an extra chance to find that source we're looking for. Because I want to save these. If we get Monarch up, I want to be able to save these fogs. Put Survival Cache on the stack. Cast Survival Stack. Cast Survival Stash. And I think we're going to get our opponent to maybe do some sacrificing. Or maybe we just start making dudes. Maybe we just start making dudes and going wide. Or maybe play another Guardian of the Guild Pact. Like, none of this is trivial. But we could play Palace Sentinels and just start, like, steamrolling value, I guess. But we're going to be discarding the hand size as well. Not this turn, but next turn. Maybe it's Palace Sentinels here. I think it is Palace Sentinels here. I don't know, though. Guardian is such a good clock. They only have the once 4 frog. This is not easy. I think we Palace Sentinels. We made a play last turn. If they attack him with everything next turn, we can Kami of Falso. That's no big deal. Then we can, hopefully this Monarch will draw us into a black source. Or an Ash Bear. Let's just pass the turn. Draw a card. It's a black source. Alright. We have our graveyard-based Foglock going. They didn't kill Kami. You're right, though. You're right. That was risky. We still need more black sources to really make this good, though. That's the only attacks they're going to make. I might block here and get them to sack this Fume Spitter. I almost think that's just better. There's Magic Strands. Yeah, so if they feel like only attacking with Core Skyfishers, let's block like this and see what they want to do. Because if they sack this Fume Spitter, I'm okay with that. I guess if they have, like... That's fine. If they have some other way to shrink them, if they had, like, Echoing Decay or something, that would be pretty bad. But next turn we can get this Skyfisher with a Celestial Flare if we want to. We get to keep the Monarch for another turn. Okay. Orzhov Basilica it is. They haven't found their other... haven't found another Tortured Existence yet. We don't have any way to deal with it, so that could be really bad. They're also playing very slowly. I feel like you have to play really fast if you want to be a Tortured Existence deck. Especially because they're going to get another Guardian down next turn. And we're going to just turn up the heat. Then it'll be heat time. Yeah, because I think it's going to be Guardian. There's Grave Scrabbler. Not Madnessed out, so no value there. Alright, another Core Skyfisher. I like that, too. Excuse me, guys. So I think I want to Guardian and then hold up Celestial Flare if they only attack him with 1 Core Skyfisher again. I don't think they will, though, right? Yeah, I don't think they will. But I do want to play Guardian this turn. So if I'm going to play Guardian, it means I'm not going to Grim Harvest because they're probably going to get us to Fog so that we keep the Monarch next turn. We might want to Celestial Flare something. But I do, yeah, I got a Guardian. I got to start putting them on it or we're just never going to get anywhere. I'm looking up, I'm like, is that advice for this turn? Like, are they still going to kill my Kami? Survival sack. We're going to draw so many cards. Kill conditions online. Here come the Skyfishers. So let's Fog. Alright, cool. And maybe Celestial Flare 2? I don't know. That's tough. I don't think so. I think we're just going to draw a card. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards, try to win with Guardians of the Guild Pact. All right, they play a Rot Farm, probably bounce a Lifeland. Yep. And looks like they're going to pass. So let's sack this clue. Another super long match to close this out. I guess we couldn't have expected shorter matches. Okay, let's get another Black Source. That's really good. Okay. Oh, we can't fetch up another Black Source. I'm an idiot. Okay, so I guess we just play out this other planes. We could have Skyfishered this back. Try to get in with our Guardians. There's so many things to lull at, and I don't even know what you're lulling at anymore. Well, maybe we'll Prismatic Strands this turn? I don't know. This kind of doesn't look great now. And Survival Cache? I don't know. Survival Cache, leave up Strands? Just confirming where the lulls are coming from. If we're gonna lose a Grim Harvest if we do that. Is that big? Do we care that much about losing a Grim Harvest? We have another Fog on board. We have another Fog on board. That kind of changes things. I think we're gonna Sense Enlistment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some dudes. And we are going to force Skyfisher. Yeah, we can't fog now anyway, and I think fogging is what else is the only other thing I'd like to do. So let's core Skyfisher, back a planes, and pass the turn. Getting back a planes so that we can... Oh god, what do we pitch? Prismatic Strands. Okay. Hold the harvest open for next time till end of turn. You're right. You're right. Absolutely agree. They're just going to pass. Okay. Did they make any plays? God, I got to pay attention. Okay, let's flashback Sense Enlistment. And hold up, like you said, hold up end of turn Grim Harvest. Absolutely right. Totally agree. Okay, so they don't have any way to shrink our Skyfishers, but I don't think there's any point in attacking with them anyway. So let's just get in like this. As suggested, leaving out mana for Grim Harvest next turn, end of turn. They're going to fog. You sure will. And they'll get the turn back. Always holding priority. They're going to basic land cycle. We're going to draw planes. We'll pitch Noble Templar. I honestly think the 3/6 just isn't doing anything on this board. There's a Vessel that might find their Tortured Existence. This could get a little messy. Sacking Vessel, milling some cards. They find it. They didn't. I think they found another Spore Frog, though. Looks like they took... Oh, they didn't take the Spore Frog. They took another Vessel. They're just digging. They're digging for that. Tortured Existence. No Tortured Existence in there. They're going to pitch all this stuff. Play a Jungle Hollow. And how many blockers do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're guaranteed 4. And then... Oh, I didn't Grim Harvest. God damn it. Okay, I think we want to go wide here, right? We want to go uber wide. So I think we're going to play out our Thraben Inspectors. Yeah, exactly, right? I guess we mill them out. Do they have a Battlefield Scrounger? You'd have to, like, take care of their Battlefield Scrounger. Survival Cache, draw another card. We wouldn't mind drawing even lands here. There's another Celestial Flare. And I will, honest to God, use the... I will absolutely use the Grim Harvest at the end of it. At the very least, I will draw a card. There's another Grim Harvest, so I'm not even super worried about losing. What do I get back? Mommy? Skyfisher? I think I get back Skyfisher, right? Opponent's just going to pass. Not doing anything. I don't know if they just hardcast Fogs. I'm just going to draw for lands and try to go wide. They're at 6. We find Ash Barrens. It's good enough. Rebound. We're going to draw another card. Cast Rebound Survival Cache. Find another land. Find a bunch of lands. Okay, so let's flashback Sense Enlistment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pitch an Ash Barrens. Hit some more creatures. Play an Ash Barrens, and flashback Sens Enlistment. So we just got them next turn, like, or got that. We have them next turn. The gender neutral them. They don't have another fog. I don't, or like just life gain, just generic life gain. I don't see any generic life gain. How was your lunch? Don't be sick. Don't be sick about it. It is nonsense. It's awesome nonsense. I'm loving it. Did you miss? Oh man, come in. We are closed. We have been open this whole time, and the shenanigans have been beautiful. One has 5 cards in hand. We won. Okay. All right. Okay. So, wow, I'm just spacing right now. So, what is good here? Nihil Spellbomb is good. Patrician Scorn is Angelic Purge, Patrician Scorn, and Core Sanctifiers. Actually, we have a ton of stuff here. We have a ton of stuff that we want to consider. Okay, Sanctifiers. Yeah. Angelic Purge, Core Sanctifiers, Patrician Scorn. How do we beat Spore Frog? We fog harder. We have a bunch of redundancy. Look at all the fogs we have. So these are 7 cards in. Probably go down Templars. Probably go down our big stuff. Like go down Templars. Palace Sentinels was bananas in that game. Journey to Nowheres are probably better than Celestial Flares in this matchup. I'm okay going down some Celestial Flares. Guardian is something that we want to be doing. Maybe we take a Gem Palm Avengers. What else is bad? I don't feel like there's a ton of stuff that's bad here. Are any of these cards worse than others? Is Angelic Purge getting worse now that I'm taking creatures out? I took out 2 Celestial Flares. Don't mind the alternate art. So these are the 5 cards that came out. I took 3 creatures out. Scorn plus Journey is bad. Oh, you're right. You're right. Is Journey good at what cards is Journey good against? They didn't have any sack outlets that I'm aware of. So we'll take out 2 Journeys. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I think I like that. We've got a minute. What do you think about finding room to put another Palace Sentinels in somewhere? That felt really good. But maybe that was exactly enough Palace Sentinels. That's why there's 3. You want to find exactly enough. You don't want a bunch of them. Our mana curve's gotten a little weird. You think that's good? Okay, I think so too. All right, baby, come on. Come on with the 4/1s. Come on. You got a Nihil Spellbomb. I mean, okay, so I haven't played this matchup much. So chat, you're gonna have to help me out with this one. How do you time a Nihil Spellbomb against Tortured Existence? Hey man, Lynx has been talking about it. He or they, I don't know if you're a he, I probably should just ask. They have been tuning the deck significantly. And I think they have a better version of it. And it doesn't include the same 6 drops, or as many. What do you guys think? Is this a keep? We have Nihil Spellbomb and Angelic Purge in hand. That's 2 of our sideboard cards. And we have enough mana to cast our first threat? I think we're going to keep. We don't have as many. Yeah, we took out a lot of our higher drop cards anyway. Opponent down to 6. Yeah, I think it's decent too. I don't think it's awesome or anything. I've seen better openers. We've seen some crazy openers. What was that hand we had? It was like 3 Thraben Inspectors, a Martyr of Sands. That's Chimera Crossroads. This is a little awkward that this isn't Relic, but I think they can go over Relic pretty. Another swamp for the opponent. That opponent over there, there's Martyr of Sands, and we can leave the trigger up. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just play out Ash Barrens. It's a little awkward that maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was cycle Ash Barrens for a swamp and not play any spells. That could have been. Listen, guys. All right. There's a Prismatic Strands. So I think So what do we do now? Or Skyfisher back a land. Or Skyfisher back Ash Barrens, play Nihil Spellbomb. Right? Or Core Skyfisher back the life gain land. This is not trivial. This does not feel trivial. Okay. I think you made people scoop. I know. I'm the tilt master. Okay, let's run out Nihil Spellbomb. We have other plans. They want to remove our Martyr of Sands. The life gain isn't ultra relevant anyway. Moto, don't scare me like that. Don't think I was pump faking. Leaving damage on the battlefield again. Sanctifiers. I don't know. I thought about holding it, but it's tough, right? It's tough being kind of bad at Magic. Being expected to know how to do this thing. What's this? A Crypt Rats. Oh dear. The Crypt Rats can all at once kill our stuff next turn unless we draw a land. Be with us. Land! Untap land! No. Huh. So we don't want to play into that Crypt Rats. Not even a little bit. They're going to wrath our board with it. They're just waiting until we played into it, I think. So let's get in with Skyfisher. This only prevents combat damage. There's no way we can just, like, pitch this. I know that... Can't you just discard cards? I bet, like, a ton of people have said that. I should have served with these, too. I bet a ton of people have said that. Can you just, like... They're gonna pass, leave Crypt Rats up. Okay, so we won't spend any mana here. We will make all of our attacks now, though. See if they want to trade their Crypt Rats. Or a Martyr of Sands. I don't believe they do. They're at 14, like that's not irrelevant. No, you're just gonna let it get in? Sure. Block Martyr of Sands. Now they're gonna pay. Okay, so Crypt Rats X3 is going to kill everything, so I think we do some revealing. I think we'll reveal it all. We'll just gain a massive amount of life. Is that correct? Maybe, maybe not, but it's kind of late, and that's what I feel like doing. So I'm going to gain a massive amount of life and give our opponent a Gataxian Probe. How about that? Gain 1,000,000 life. Lose our board, but gain 1,000,000 life. A pittance, you know? Just a small price to pay. Opponent's at 11. It's their turn. They've got 3 swamps. What else do they have? If we can just get up to another land, man. Come on. Just one more land. I don't know if maybe they're going up to hand size here to try to pitch. There's probably a ton of just like fringe strategies that this deck can employ. Like drawing to hand size, pitching a Dredger. Probably turn out the auto yields because we have a Spell Bomb. Doesn't look like they're fixing their mana super efficiently this game, but I don't know how important that is to them. They're deep in the tank on their main phase. Down a game. They're F6. No, maybe we shouldn't F6. We have a Spell Bomb. Maybe we shouldn't F6. Generally, you don't want to miss your land drops in this deck. In my deck or in Tortured Existence? Are they both? What do you pitch to hand size? Grave Scrabbler. Returning Crypt Rats? Should I Spellbomb? Is this Spellbomb worthy? Like, do we really care? Do we care about Grave Scrabbler grabbing Crypt Rats? This is tough. If we get up to Prismatic Strands, we kind of don't. But then again, they can just let it slide. Yeah, I think so too. Go ahead and Scrabble the Rats. It makes our next few turns pretty interesting, though. Because we can't necessarily... Like, I think Survival Cache is going to be what our next turn looks like. Hopefully. I really hope we draw some mana here. Come on. Mana. Something. Still discarding the hand size. Mana. Not untapped mana. Not what we were looking for in terms of mana. Let's not play it... Oh, They're not just gonna like they're not gonna throw away their guy for a Kami, so maybe we should just play the Kami. That was very close. I would have loved a survival cache there. So how do they plan on winning now? What I'm wondering. Here's a vessel. Here comes Grave Scrabbler? No. They pass. Find Grim Harvest, but we are just going to survival cache. It helps because we don't commit to the board. Another prismatic strands. We're not finding any more mana. One of these prismatic strands is doing more good in the graveyard than it is in our hand too. Like, good news is you're going to have it active for some time. That's right. We just draw into caches and storm off again. I mean, it's pretty much having the Monarch ability, right? Same thing. One is just passing, missing land drops again, so that's good for us. Sucks for them, really. Cast the survival cache. We draw another land, that's good, and there's another 1-drop, but I don't know if we want to just play into this Crypt Rats. Right? Like, there's no point. Like, we're going to resolve the Palace Sentinels next turn. And that's really awkward for them. Like, what does our next turn look like? What should we be doing here? You know? I guess, like, Sen's Enlistment is pretty great against Crypt Rats. Even recurable Crypt Rats. We have the Purge for the first Tortex. I'm going to gain some life off of Scour Barons. We also have Nihil Spellbomb for some well-timed graveyard removal. But what do you guys think our next few turns look like? Like, should we play... Oh, I don't have a lot of time. Should we play out this Kami? It doesn't do anything. It helps us not discard a hand size, but we almost wouldn't mind a Prismatic Strands in our graveyard. Set up Sentinels so you can dig to the Guardians. You're right. You are right. So let's pitch a Prismatic Strands for when that matters. We're going to sack Vessel. 4 cards in the revealed zone. What do you find? They got a Golgari Brownscale, so they're going to start dredging pretty hard, I assume. But they might keep a land, too? Oh, there's our whole hand a few times. Okay. Set up Sentinels to dig to Guardians. I agree. I also think that's a good idea. So we'll do that. We will set up a Sentinels next turn. We will discard Prismatic Strands because we'd rather have a Prismatic Strands in our graveyard. And what are you asking us now? Just freaking out? Moto? You there? Was that on my priority? That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair at all. I'm so irritated at this Grave Scrabbler. We would have won by now. Let's see what this is. We haven't just straight seen a Tortex. Not too bad, but I don't really care about it that much. With the Grave Scrabbler. Sure, man. I'm at 58. Whatever. Deal with it. And nothing we want to cast here. So nothing can attack through this Palace Sentinels. We also have a Fog on board. Good to find another... So do we Sentinels? Set up a Sentinel so you can dig to the Guardians. I think you're right. And then we just... So we set up the Sentinels. This will help us find some more mana, too. We can keep pitching Prismatic Strands. That'll help us maintain... and this, to help us maintain the Monarch. We also have these Grim Harvests, when that's important. Yep. Drawing cards. Sacking the Pride Mage. We will nuke your graveyard. You guys will kick the bomb. Yeah, that's okay. I couldn't pay black there, but if they had any reason to hold on to Quasali Pride Mage, I was gonna try to make them do it. But you're totally right. Like knowing like if I hadn't played Sentinels here, I think they might have had a reason to hold on to the Pride Mage. But maybe they didn't. I've never played against this deck before, and I have this bad habit of ignoring chat's... I read chat's advice. I read it out loud a lot of time. But sometimes I don't do exactly what they tell me this late in the game. And I'm sorry for that. Prismatic Strands are in the bin, and we're going to start doing the dig. Doing the dig for some Guardians. Hope they don't have, like, Abrupt Decay. That would be very good against Guardian of the Guild pack here. We'll just F6. We got no reason to be holding back. I guess we have some reason to be holding back. I guess we have some reason to be holding back. Okay, let's see what they play. Another Quasali Prime Mage? Right? No. Core Skyfisher, sure. Back comes a Grave Scrabbler? Nope, just a forest. Replays a forest. And Spore Frog, sure. Sure. I don't know if we Angelic Purge this Skyfisher or not. This is kind of interesting. There's a Plains, that's good. Or do we... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played that. Maybe we just start going wide with... Maybe we just start going wide with Sen's Enlistment here. So with Sen's Enlistment, they have a Crypt Rats in hand, too. I have to be wary of that. And we only have 9 minutes on clock. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Abrupticate. This is complicated. Look how many cards are in my hand. Like, I have so much stuff open to me here. Like, do we just Survival Cache and Fog next turn and, like, hold up Grim Harvest? I think that's what I want to do. Whoops. Survival Cache. We're the Survival Cache deck. If I'm going to play suboptimally, then I am going to play suboptimally by casting Survival Caches. Pass the turn. We draw another card. Come on, win conditions. Oh, sure should have cycled this, huh? Go to the graveyard, Sen's Enlistment. Wonder if they have Graveyard Hate. That would be interesting. They probably do have Nihil Spell Bombs. They absolutely have Nihil Spell Bombs. They're up on time, so we have to be wary of that as well. I'm okay leaving 2 mana up here too, so I can Secluded Step if I have to. I can't give them the Monarch. That's just not something that's in my... That's not something that's in my wheelhouse here. What do we got? What do we have here? Another Core Skyfisher. What will you pick up? All these Skyfishers. I'm not super amenable to all these Skyfishers. Do I Fog here? I think I Fog here. I think we want to maintain the Monarch as long as possible. So I'm going to Fog here. We can Grim Harvest back our Fog and just like try to get our own Fog lock going, draw a bunch of cards. Flashback Sen's Enlistments when we don't have anything else to do. That's a lot of mana though. Flashing back Sen's Enlistment while holding up the Kami of False Hope lock is just not super ideal. Oh no, don't F6. No, we'll draw a card off Secluded Step. Or do we draw a card off Secluded Step? That's how we cast Sen's Enlistment. I think we're just gonna Grim Harvest back. We have a Kami in hand. Okay. Oh yeah, we could have done that as well. Didn't think of the Fog from Yard. Okay, there's a land anyway, so no punishment for us. We will remember that. We will remember the Fog in the Yard. We can play another one out of our hand. Holy crap, that's a lot of Patrician Scorns. Okay, so let's Kami. And we can Fog from our Yard this turn. We don't have to pitch to hand size, so maybe there's an argument for playing out Martyr as well? I guess we're just too low on time. I can't really think right now. No. Oh, crap, I shouldn't have played that Plains. Why the heck did I play that Plains? Yeah, I can leave my Harvest online so that I can... Oh, it's a card. What do we pitch here? Pitch Grim Harvest? Yeah, we pitch Grim Harvest, because now we can Fog with this, flashback Grim Harvest. We can even cast another one at the end of our turn if we need to get more cards back. I'm going to get in. I think I am just going to Prismatic Strands here. Tapping Kami. We will go white. 7 minutes on clock. 7:20 something. Alright. Alright. Yeah, they only have 34. They have 34 cards in their library. We got 7 minutes. We gotta be smart here. Lots of Patrician Scorns. So if they do find the Tortex, at least we can like blow it up. We can blow up all the Tortexes right now. These are the cards we have to keep in our hand. Okay, so let's Grim Harvest back a Skyfisher. We're gonna turn the clock on. We'll leave up Grim Harvest unless they have a, just in case they have a removal. Yeah, we'll try to get there with damage. So we're gonna play out Guild Pact next turn. And just start trying our best. So let's play Guild Pact. Guardian. Let's play Guardian of the Guild Pact. And we're just going to give him Monarch, I guess. I guess we can flash back the Prismatic Strands. And let's just put a land back in our hand to pitch to Sen's Enlistment next turn. So if we do want a Howling Mine, then we can. I'm going to get back Ash Barrens so that mixing Fog too. Then we'll lose our Grim Harvests. We lose our Grim Harvests to a lot of stuff here. Martyr's Hands. I can pitch a Martyr here. I want to keep the rest of my cards, so I'll pitch Martyr. Oh, this is such a cool deck. Lynx, you're the best. Thank you for this awesome deck list. This has been a lot of fun. This has been so much fun. Alright, what is our opponent going to be doing now? If Foglock online, we're not doing anything. Well, they're going to remove this. I'll still want to sack it to Fog, so... And I want a Prismatic Strands on white if they just try to attack with their Skyfishers. We can eat their other creatures. I presume that's why they haven't been attacking with those. And we have Skyfisher now, too, which is pretty sweet. I'm sure they have some lines available to them here. Oh, crap. How many of these cards are in the graveyard? Oh, I don't know which of these cards I kept. Oh, the reveal zone is useless. 4 unknowns in my opponent's hand. I really have enjoyed it. Tonight has been insanely fun. Like, insanely fun. There goes Vessel. 4 cards in the revealed zone. 2 Tortured Existences. They're going to keep a Tortex. I assume they're going to play it here. Right. That's fine. We can, like, Patrician Scorn for free next turn? Yeah. So it doesn't look like they're going to do anything, though. They're not going to Tortex? No Tortex. Fair enough. Okay. Turn comes back. Let's go attacking with Guardian as the very first thing we're going to do. Maybe our opponent's looking for some discard or something like that? 3 unknowns and a Crypt Rats. Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, Guardian doesn't die to the Crypt Rats, and the rest of their board does, so that's good. Let's cycle this Ash Barrens, and I think I'm just going to go flashback Sen's Enlistment here. I feel like that's a pretty okay play. Maybe not the smartest idea to pitch our only black source, but eventually this will become a real problem for them. So eventually they're also going to have to keep pitching our Martyrs. They're going to have to... We're milling ourselves out too. There's Kozali Pride Mage, sure. Don't know what that's targeting now. Journeys, which we took out. I don't know about Kami Loop. Like, we almost have less time on clock than they do. Oh, you're right. Oh, you know, I see what you mean now. Okay, so we will next turn. Absolutely. So let's do this. We can't sacrifice any creatures because then our Grim Harvest will go away. I totally see what you mean now. Yeah, so we'll leave up Grim Harvest this time. We can attack with Guardian. I agree with that line entirely. If they if they have a removal spell here, that's really so no blocks. Damage is fogged. Okay. What's coming down? They don't have any counterspells, so when Tortex comes down, that's just it. Okay, so you guys want me to leave up, so we need 1, 2, 3, so that means we have 2 mana to play around with here. We probably want to hold lands. We can just return one of these lands to our hand when we play Core Skyfisher, which is probably exactly what we're going to do. So... yeah, so let's play a land. Skyfisher. Go land up. Up the Kybera Crossroads, I guess, for when that matters. And go attack. We're at 9. We're at 5 minutes on clock. We gotta play super fast here. We're gonna have 8 cards in hand again. I don't really know what we're pitching. It is weird he's not playing anything. Or they're not playing anything, excuse me. They are fogging with the Spore Frog. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if ghosting is a thing, but there could be. I would never assume I knew anything about Tortex strategy. Sense isn't important? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. We'll keep that in mind. There's a Crypt Rats. Is the Crypt Rats a coming? I guess our Prismatic Strands are gone now. Maybe that's what they were waiting for? They were waiting for us to not have Prismatic Strands anymore? Okay, we get the turn again. I guess we go attacking with Guardian. Okay, let's play another land. You want to get a Sanctifier out. Yeah, you're right. We only have 4 minutes on clock. They're going to sack another Spore Frog. So they're going to save themselves another turn. I think I play Skyfisher here. Maybe picking up I don't know what I pick up. Pick up like a 1-drop and replay it? Because I'm just like completely boggled right now. Like I have no idea what's going on, and I have 4 minutes left on my clock, and I'm kind of freaking out. And I'm kind of milling out. Well, we're drawing the same amount of cards, I guess. Okay, Tortured Existence. There it is. So what's our opponent going to do? Going to try to spend 1 turn. There's another Tortured Existence. Are they just going to spend 1 turn vortexing a bunch? So we'll Sanctifiers 1, and we're Sanctifiers twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You can only Sanctifiers once. Okay, so yeah, Scorn does seem pretty decent here. So maybe we will, and Survival Cache, just to get the extra trigger. Just to get those Scorn trigger. So let's Survival Cache. And Patrician Scorn? See how they feel about that. Play a land. Attack with Guardian. And we're still leaving up, we'll leave up Cycle Ash Barrens here. What? Whoops, what? Oh yeah, you're totally right. I'm gonna sack Spore Frog to Fog. Fog Frog. Fog away, opponent, fog away. I can just F6, right? Because I don't have any responses besides... Oh, there's another Prismatic Strands too, that's sweet. Let's see if they got another Tortex. Doesn't look like they do. Get in with Skyfisher. Exalted Trigger. We double block. No, I think we just sack Kami, right? Sack. Oh no, no, no! Come on. Oh yeah, F6'd. Right. Yep. All right, boys and girls. Yeah. Okay, we gave it to them. Okay, so okay, you suggested I give it to them. Okay, good. Playing out more lands. You think it's fine? Okay, sweet. I'm okay with you thinking it's fine and it being fine. So let's Sense Enlistment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Haunter Thug! Thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Okay, go to attacks. Attack like so. We have 60 some odd life. I don't think we're super worried about it. And they now have the Monarch. So that's good. Do they fire off the big Crypt Rats here? Looks like they do fire off Crypt Rats. X3. Their whole board's going to die too, though. And then they have no board. And we have a good amount of stuff online. There's Crypt Rats. Let it go. Just a jillion Grim Harvest triggers. Always yield. Always yield. Pay 3. That's the alternate strat. You just like time us out with Grim Harvest. Oh no! Do we have to click no every time? Can we always no? Yeah, yield all of this stuff. No! No faster! Oh, cool. Right on, Hunter Thug. Oh, DNA. Sup, DNA. Thanks for the refollow in that case. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. They're going to take 2, get the Monarch trigger. They're at 4. We're looking pretty hot right now. Pitch another Grim Harvest. I don't even know what to pitch here. We got 3 minutes left. Pitch a Survival Cache. I was playing Chrono Trigger. Yeah, that's right. I haven't been playing as much Chrono Trigger. It's become kind of like... It was one of the more unpopular games, I guess. So for now, I'm not playing as much Chrono Trigger. I do still want to beat the game. But I'm having a ton of fun playing Magic lately. And so I'm coming into my all with the community. Having a ton of fun. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Oh my god, we went 4-1. Lynx, get over here, Lynx. Give me a hug.